people, hope you're all well. Dr. Mandy.
Hello, lovely. You okay?
How are we? Are we good?
We're good. We're just waiting for Kev.
Well, Kev's always bloody late. I hope he's not in the bath tonight. I hope he's not in that bloody bath. And I hope his Wi-Fi has been knocked off either. The link's in the chat, Kev. If you come and up, I'm going to leave the panel. Well, I've got a few pictures I want to show. A second, Mandy. I'll get it up. A lovely little banner for you as well, but there's loads. I'll wait till Kev's on the panel. But, how are you? Well, what do you think of Lyle lately? She's been very quiet, hasn't she? I've come to the conclusion, Mandy.
Yeah.
I've come to the conclusion of Scary Mate. Oh, Kev's again. That a lot can come out here now, so I'll tell you what, I'll leave you and Kev to it, and okay. I'll be in the background.
Hello.
Are you Kev? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, man.
Okay, right. I'm just going to introduce myself, and then you can introduce yourself. Okay.
Right.
So my name's Mandy Jameson. I'm a bereaved mother of a 16-year-old child, so I deliver talks on how the ripple effect of night crime affects families. The reason why we're doing this tonight is because Kev is he wants to speak and be heard tonight, don't you, love?
Yeah.
Right, so Kev, do you want to start, love? Tell them what is it you want to what I'll say to the chat is if you can just let Kev speak, and then I'll ask him some questions for you in a bit. Go on, love.
2 seconds. 2 seconds.
My new puppy's crying, though. I don't know if anyone can read them. These are messages that are being sent to Kevin regarding Piggy and Kevin's first ex that Piggy's still hanging around with. So that's what Ashley just showed you there. And he will show you them as we're talking as well. Just waiting for Kev. What are you crying for? Hey? What? Dramatic. So we're just waiting for Kev now. Are you there, Kev? No. I would rather Kev spoke to you so that he knows.
I'll come back on to his thoughts. What I was trying to say is the drug charge, that's still, where's the bill sheet? And every conclusion this week I've had speaking with people, everyone just relates to where's the bill sheet.
Exactly. And has she been charged?
I don't think she has. Because Paddy was sitting there the other day questioning her. Why question someone if you've seen it?
Yeah, exactly.
I just can't work out how someone could sit there and defend someone, then ask you questions on it.
I know.
It's shocking, like.
No, I think Paddy's starting to get onto it, if I'm being honest. Because the other night, as far as I'm concerned, was someone who doubted what she was saying.
I think a lot of people are starting to doubt, and I sat with Jimmy the other morning, and I kept it calm and casual, and I was saying it like, lads, you've seen it. You said you've seen it. You kept that bill sheet in your hands to put out there. But you can't share what's on it. You don't know what's on it, but you've had it in your hands. Like, if I've had a bill sheet now, then when I've look to what it's
Your bail sheet, it's not against the law.
No, definitely not. Definitely not. So, are you back, Kev?
Hello, yeah, I'm back.
Right, I was off.
Okay.
I was just thinking about this this bill sheet and things. Well, see, I'm not on bail no more for no gun charge and I've got no restrictions. Yeah.
Yeah.
So she's still saying she's on bail.
Yeah.
Well, she's saying she's on bail for a gun and drugs. Let's leave the drugs out there for now. What would the point? What would have been the point of me being on bail?
Exactly. You see, to be a good liar, you need to have a good memory. You also need to have a brain. You are allowed to show your bail sheet. It's not against the law to show your bail sheet, Kevin. You know, at the end of the day, I don't know why she's made up all this over the drugs, because she's not proving it. And if she's not going to prove it, I mean, what are we? No one's going to believe it, are they? And you were not charged with any drugs. And I'm not being funny. You know, if this is all about, you know, the firearm and that, why didn't you just say it's just about the firearm? The problem that they've got, what they're trying to throw spanner in on you is, Kevin, is, do you remember when you said that you voluntarily attended the police station? And then the next thing is, oh shit, hit the fan if you like. And then, hello, have you gone? Ash, is he gone again?
Yeah, it's just dropped out there, Mandy. Go on, I'll answer that. Go on.
What was I saying then?
About the voluntary interview. No, I was the one that brought this up.
So if he's gone for a voluntary interview, that's what Paddy was trying to say as well. Then all of a sudden the shit hits the fan. So they're trying to point the finger at Kev, aren't they, to say that Kevin's the one that's blown them all up. When Kevin got arrested. So none of it makes sense to me, if I'm being honest with you.
I tell you what got me. It was the crossbow.
Yeah.
Now I said, Sheila got done before Brian's house got done the next day. Right? Yeah. It's not lies about it. We all seen it. Shit. All once. Oh, there's no that oh, for fucks. Oh, I'm having a meltdown here, Mandy.
Yeah.
Brian's house got done the day after she got arrested.
Exactly. So, hello? Hello? I wait.
Yeah.
You there? Can you hear me?
Sure. I'm there. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Sure.
But
how did her pistol get on her bungalow?
Exactly. So she's been hiding.
There's a question for you. How did her pistol get?
And those messages that she sent to Helen saying, "Have you got the key to the bungalow?" That was weeks before. And she was saying she hasn't had a key to the bungalow. Yeah. When she was doing shaky pudding in there, so.
Oh, you know? Well, that's what I couldn't work out. That was the second thing I couldn't get. Like, she shares. She said so many times, "Oh, I don't know about the gun. I've never been to the bungalow." But she must have if she was going to sell it to Paddy Conway. Or give it to Paddy Conway.
Paddy didn't want to know.
More. Yeah, more and more lies.
That's what I mean. And like, so to be, when you're lying, you have to tell a lie to get out of a lie, and then another lie, and then you catch yourself up in the end. So we don't know why she's doing it, but I don't get how. I understand why they're accusing Kev. I do get it.
Hello, I'm back.
higher look, right?
I don't know what there.
I know why it looks like to them. They reckon that you've, in my opinion, they think you've grasped to the police. That's why all this has started. I don't believe you have, Kev. So, can you explain about you voluntarily going to the police station? Because that's what they're trying to. That's why they keep dragging more and more stuff up. Because none of us really fully understand. So that's why we'd rather you told us, exactly what went on that day.
Well, that was to do with being my son-in-law, tell the truth. Well, that's what I had to go for. I do believe they kept me there, though, all day deliberately.
Do you?
Yeah.
Do you think they knew?
I think they've already knew. Definitely.
Yeah, well, I would think that as well. Because I'm not being funded. The police aren't that random. They're quite logical, aren't they?
Yeah. I thought him from Thailand probably grasped me up, but I don't know.
So, when you left the police station after voluntary going in, what happens after that, Kev?
I was arrested immediately straight outside the doors by Middlesbrough.
Outside the Middlesbrough police station?
No, outside. I was in Stockton.
I'm not really good on all that, you see, so that's why I'm asking.
I was at Stockton police station, and as soon as I walked out the doors, I was arrested by Middlesbrough CID and took to Middlesbrough. And locked up all night.
You were locked up all night?
Yeah.
Well, that makes more sense, I think.
I got out about 11 o'clock after the interview. But then again, the interview I had, there wasn't even one sniff, not one word, anything to do with drugs. Nothing.
No, I don't think that I think she's trying to get you calls out for that, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, well, we know she has done, because she's tried it 4 times to get me set up for drugs now.
I know. But do you know when you used to go to the bungalow with her?
Yeah.
You know. Did you ever see her leave that gun there?
No, me never took the gun down to the bungalow.
Oh, you both took the gun down. Why did you take it to the bungalow and left the crossbow there? I just took both.
Well, a few weeks before that, she asked me if I would take the gun and the crossbow to the bungalow.
Yeah.
And I didn't. I never bothered. So a few weeks went by, and then we took the gun down. I never actually seen the crossbow. I never ever seen the crossbow.
Well, do you know she's told the police that she's got no knowledge of the pistol being in the bungalow? Which shows.
No, well, we took it down there, so she's lying, isn't she?
Yeah. So she's like trying to put it on your toes, isn't she?
Well, I don't know how she can. Well, the police know, because they've let me go on there, so the police know.
But I just want to make it clear for people so that they understand as well. So what happened? What questions were they asking you, Kevin, when you were in there?
It was just all about this gun.
They just wanted to know about the gun.
About the gun, yeah. About the gun, that's all it was really. There was no mention of any drugs. And like I say, I knew there was no drugs in that bungalow anyway. The only way she's been nicked for drugs in that bungalow is if she took them down there herself. The very night she got nicked, taking them into the bungalow. Otherwise, I'd have been nicked as well, wouldn't I?
Yeah, you would have. That makes sense.
It doesn't make sense.
Well,
no, I don't believe it was drugs, unless, like you say, she was taking them into the bungalow that very night she got nicked.
Yeah, but I wouldn't say she could afford to buy a key, though, would you?
No. Last I heard, it was 2 kilos, wasn't it?
That's what I'm saying. It keeps going up and up. But 1 kilo.
It's fucking mental, honestly.
A lot of money, Kevin.
Yeah, it's mental. No, I don't believe there was any drugs, unless she took her own stuff down there. I don't know. And she got caught taking it in there that night. Otherwise, it would have been on my bail sheet. And I'd have been questioned about it.
So why was Helen dragged into it?
Helen had a key to the bungalow, that's why.
So Helen's been NFA'd now as well, hasn't she?
No, she never got arrested. She never got arrested at all, no.
Oh, good.
No.
So, I know did they give out that she had the key, don't they?
Oh, no.
The police?
I don't know, they probably will do. Yeah. But, no, she gave the key back a week before, I think it was a week, or just over a week before I got raided.
Yeah.
And I get my key back
So
a week before that.
did she not get arrested at the bungalow?
Who?
Piggy?
Yeah, she got nicked at the bungalow. 10 o'clock at night, she got dragged out of the bungalow. That's what my granddaughter's dad told me. And his house looks onto her bungalow.
It was like quite close to it, isn't it?
Yeah. It looks onto her bungalow, his house.
And how many times have you been arrested since then, Kev?
Since then?
Yeah.
None.
No, but a few people wanting to arrest you. I thought you'd been arrested a few times.
No. I've never been arrested, no.
No, they just wanted to, I thought that when Jimmy had rang them up.
No, that wasn't me. I think that was something Roxy wanted.
I don't know. I probably get myself confused. Sorry. What was it that you wanted to explain to everyone tonight, Kevin?
I was going to explain, and I wasn't going to explain. It's just like, it was to do with my ex Debbie, Jimmy. She got Jimmy to put a lot of shit out about me, and that, like, you know what I mean? I was just going to explain about that, but I don't know if there's any point really.
No, there is. Say what you've got to say, because we can go on then to explain that Emma basically, although Emma's your ex, Emma was friends with your ex-wife, wasn't she? Before you.
She wasn't my wife. She was just my girlfriend. I was only with her maybe 6 months.
But she's now friends with her, isn't she?
Oh yeah, apparently she's friends with her. Yeah. Can you believe that?
And hasn't she? Well, do you know the messages that were being shown tonight? It shows that they're trying to basically turn someone close to you, and it's not working because they know the truth, don't they?
Oh yeah.
You want to explain that a little bit for me, Kev, please?
The message I sent her.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was well, that's Debbie's daughter. That's Debbie's daughter. I still talk to her, but she still rings me up and talks to me. See, what happened was, I was with Debbie for about 5 or 6 months. That's how I met him anyway.
Yeah.
I was with Debbie for about 5 months. I lived with her for about 5 months, 6 months. And I obviously had a key, my own key.
Yeah.
So I lived there, you know what I mean? But what they're trying to say is, well, what happened was, Debbie, just out of the blue one day, I thought everything was alright. Just out of the blue, I got a text message. I mean, what sort of girl, what sort of woman give you a text message saying, basically saying, fuck off?
Well,
yeah?
I it's you, to be honest with you, Kevin.
Well, I couldn't get my head around that, so little did I know at the time.
Yeah.
Debbie pissed off with this gadget of, you know, telling someone. Emma told me this a few weeks later, or a few months. Yeah, a few weeks later. Well, I didn't know at the time, so I wanted to ask Debbie. I wanted to hear out of her own mouth. No, through a text message.
Yeah.
So I went down there a few times. That's why I'm getting called a stalker now. I suppose in hindsight, it wasn't one of my better fucking things to do, but I went down there to...
Find out, didn't you?
Hey?
Wanted to find out, didn't you?
Yeah, I wanted to find out, yeah. I went down there a few times. I waited for her to come out, but she wasn't even there, so little did I know. So anyway, maybe, I don't know, 2 weeks went by. Well, I changed cars, so my key was in the coat pocket in a different car, so I couldn't get in the house. And she wasn't answering the door. I don't know if she was in anyway.
Yeah.
Anyway, I got the key back, and then Emma actually rang me and said, Debbie's she's in this nightclub, Top Deck in Redcar nightclub.
Yeah.
So I went to see her. When I went there, I couldn't. She wasn't there anyway. She wasn't there. So I goes back, and I had the key this time. Maybe foolishly, but I went in Debbie's house and I packed some stuff up in mine. My shaver, clothes, coats, else. Oh, well, yeah, she's saying I pinched the laptop. It was my laptop. I gave Debbie it to, but she never used it. It was still in my bag anyway, the laptop. So I took the laptop back. But I also got accused of taking the tablets as well. I never took them tablets. And I actually got some more. I actually went out my way to get a couple of sleeves of these tablets. Pre-gaps or something, I think they were. Yeah. I knew someone was on them. I got some, so, well, then she was saying they're false and hard shit and not real. Anyway, so, where am I up to now? Oh, yeah, so 2 weeks went by, and I hadn't seen her. I hadn't seen Debbie, so I was still none the wiser. And then next thing, the police rang me.
Yeah.
Just warned me to stay away. Just don't go near your house, stay away, which I did. So I was on the wise anyway. I couldn't get any sense. But 2 months after that.
Yeah.
Oh no, apparently she'd done this Clare's laws on me, which I was shocked. I was surprised because for weeks and weeks I rattled my brain. I wondered what was on that because I couldn't believe it. I've never been with any woman. So,
yeah, but I think he was either, Kev, to be honest.
So I was shocked. I'm still shocked now. I still don't know if she has done a Clare's law on me or. I mean, this was. The only thing I could think of was I fell out with a girl I was living with back in 1993, I think it was, and I punched some spindles and smashed some spindles, but they never hit her or nothing. I don't even think the police were called at the time anyway.
Well, you can't get arrested for it, can't you?
You what?
You can't get arrested for it, spindles.
No, but I don't even think the police come anyway. But this would have been before the Clare's law even come out, I would imagine.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know anyway. So, if there is a Clare's law on me, I might get someone to find out what it's about.
I don't think there'll be anything on you because there's no, you've got to have like actual cases, sorry. Against where you've had a custodial sentence or you've been found guilty for something, things like that. Yeah,
well, there's definitely. I don't even think the police had come out at the time, so it was just me punching some spindles. It was back in 1993.
Yeah, well, that was a long time.
Yeah, it was a long time. I was shocked at the time. Emma told me she'd done this because I hadn't spoken to Debbie. It was Emma that told me this.
Do you believe her?
Well, no, I didn't. I didn't believe her. But I don't know whether she has or she hasn't. I don't know. Well, like I say, I couldn't work out what it was, and that's the only thing I could think of. Yeah. But that was before, like I said, before the Clare's law come out, so I don't know.
Yeah, but no. So what happened after that?
Well, after that, about 2 months after that, me and Debbie, we went out a couple of times for a drink. I think Em was there a couple of times as well. In a public red car. I mean, Debbie had she didn't have much money. She had no money. I'd probably give her 30 quid or 50 quid here and there for the next 2 weeks or something, really. I think I give her £50 in the pub because she didn't have nothing. And she was grateful for the money anyway, not like Emma. But Debbie was grateful for the money.
Yeah, Emma will just want more.
So this is about 2 months later. So the next 2 weeks, I even went on and dropped her a pizza off and 30 quid or something. Give her it, or a couple of nights later, I might have dropped 30 quid through the letterbox for her. So I was that much of a risk to her, you know what I mean? That, she was still taking my money, wasn't she? Debbie, I'm on about. Well, and then after about 2 weeks, Emma told me, what you doing? She's just taking the piss out of you. She's just fucking using you for your money. Oh, it was only 30 quid. Yeah, I know, it was only 30 quid, not like 500 or 700 pounds. Like what I was giving Emma. It was only 30 quid or something. And she was grateful. But then She was saying that was a risk to her and all that shit. Well, it was that much of a risk. I used to take her granddaughter to the get the cat booked for her, and I used to take her to the shops on a Sunday weekend. So I can't have been that much of a risk, could I?
No.
Yeah.
I hate it when...
Like what Jimmy's making out.
Yeah, well...
Well, it's not Jimmy. It's Emma telling Jimmy what to say, isn't it?
No, I know.
I've read that on the phones.
I mean, Jimmy doesn't even know me, and what his problem with me is because I'm friends with David, and I will continue to be friends. Who are they to tell me who I can be friends with and who I can't be friends with? You know?
Yeah.
It's wrong, isn't it?
Yeah. So, he's only doing because Emma's telling him. We've all heard Emma on the phone telling him what to say.
Is that to do with you and Debbie splitting up?
I think probably Emma's had a hand in it, definitely. She's seen the money I was giving Debbie, and I bought a daughter a car. I bought 2 cars, but that's another story. But she's seen the money that I was giving, and she thought, I want that.
Yeah,
definitely, 100%.
Yeah, I think that
she's just took it to another fucking extent.
And then come round on and come on to you, basically, hasn't she?
Yeah, definitely, 100%. Yeah.
Because she's staying back.
But like I say, I get on with Debbie's daughter. She rings me up. We talk. You've seen that? You got the messages there off her daughter.
Yeah, I got the messages. Do you think that girl trusts Emma after everything that's gone on?
Oh, Debbie?
Yeah.
Debbie's never trusted Emma. Saying that Emma's never trusted Debbie. That's their relationship. That's how good their relationship is. They never trust each other. Never.
But they'll hang around with each other, go drinking.
Well, they don't. Neither of them have got many friends because of what they've done in the past. Let's just say that. So maybe she's thinking a friend is better than no friend. But if you listen, Debbie, it's not. You want nothing to do with that, Emma. Listen to your daughter.
Run away from her. Telling you love, run away from her.
Well, her own daughter's told her that. Well, you've seen the messages there.
I've seen
her own daughter tells her that.
Her own daughter. Even her own daughter can't understand why she's even entertaining Emma, can't she?
No. Definitely not. She's evil.
Emma's victim again, isn't she?
If you look at Helen,
yeah,
she was Emma's best friend. She stuck up with her and everything. No, tape your best friend's conversations. No, she's tapes. Emma tapes every conversation, every text message, and then she sent them to Jimmy to alter.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, she's all. Yeah. You can tell he's told it because she never said that anyway. But that last one he's put out. Last 2 anyway. I think bullshit put one out, and the one before that. Yeah.
Why do you think that?
Hey Kev, why do you think he's threatened of you? Why is he so threatened of you? Why are they all so threatened of you?
I have no idea. Well, he's probably just jealous. Jimmy's probably just jealous because I've had what he wants.
Do you not think, and I'm asking this hypothetically, that you may know something that you're unaware that you know? Because they seem to be very, very worried about you, don't they?
Well, like you say, when I get my other phones back, I thought I might have put the letter by now, but I haven't. But I've got loads. I am going to put every single message out between me and Emma.
No, you can ring the police station up and ask for it, Kev.
I've been in. They said, well, there'll be a letter coming within a week, and it's been a week. Well, it was a week on Friday, I think.
Yeah, you need to chase them.
I'll have to go and chase it back up. But every single message out.
Hey, Kev, is your full goal here just to prove her to be a liar?
Is my what?
Is your full goal here to prove Emma to be a liar?
Am I on here to prove Emma to be a liar?
Aye. Just for the audience here now, right? Watching, you clarify. Like,
it is really. Yeah.
Why have you got such a grudge with her now?
She's lying about. She lied to me from the start. That's why I fell out with her. But now she's lying about me now. And other people lie about me.
Do you know at the time that you get arrested, Kev? Can I just ask you this one question?
Yeah.
Was you still with Emma then?
Was that what?
Was you still together?
No, we tried.
Why? Can I ask you why?
Well, over the lies, I caught her lying to me, and well, she was texting other fucking blokes, sending them funny pictures and tip pictures and that, and I caught her on the phone actually.
So that's just wrong, isn't it?
I actually knew about that, Kev. Hey, Kev, I actually knew about that. Come 9 months ago, I'm speaking to one of the lads in the JSAB firm, and very good pals with all the high ups and all that, right? Everyone knows it. And I'm having a conversation, and then he come on to Emma Cocktail, and he's having a little crack with us about it. Even he said that she was sending like new pictures to the other lads in that firm.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So that was 9 months. That was 9 months ago. Now I would never say the lad's name on YouTube because I actually respect the lad so much, and I wouldn't jeopardize the friendship between me and him. But I put my hand on the Bible.
Yeah.
Put my hand on the Bible.
Oh yeah, I know that now. Yeah.
But the question I think Mandy's trying to say to you here is the timings. Now, let's go through it. Me, you, and Mandy here. The timings. Now, I brought it up with you when you couldn't mention it. Now I can mention it. So the timings. So who got arrested first? Who got arrested first?
Well, I went in on this interview for about 10 o'clock in the morning, Stockton police station.
I'm gonna say I'm sorry for the way this is gonna go. So carry on, and then I'll think.
Right. Well, I didn't actually get arrested until I think it was 10 o'clock, or maybe just after 10 o'clock on the night. But I'm sure they kept me there deliberately. I think this is a voluntary interview. It's not a bullshit, actually. They kept me there till 10 o'clock, or just after 10. Then as soon as I walked out the police station, I was nicked.
Right. We'll stop there for that, right? So why did they come and arrest you first?
Well,
why all of a sudden? And I'm going to speak because this is getting pushed on the other side. I'm going to say it here. You get arrested first. You get arrested. You've just clarified. You got arrested first. You went in on a voluntary interview, right?
Yeah, but I was arrested at 10 o'clock at night, or just after 10 o'clock on the night.
The night.
And
so what time did she get arrested?
10 o'clock on the night.
So what time did you go for your voluntary interview?
10 o'clock in the morning.
10 o'clock in the morning, right?
It might have been 11 o'clock in the morning. No, I think it was about 10 o'clock I went in there.
So that's a 12-hour. So what's that? 12-hour interview?
Yeah.
Or did you go home and come out and arrested you, or what? What's the gist?
Well, no, that's what I'm saying. They kept me there all day. That's why I couldn't work out. I'm thinking, what's going on here? I could have worked.
So standard procedure. Once you go to the voluntary interview, they will say, "Look, you are under arrest." Right? No, you're not under arrest. But if you do walk out of this police station, you will maybe get arrested.
Yeah, they said all that shit. Yeah.
Yeah. So it took 12 hours. So in that full time, in that 12-hour period, who got arrested? Emma Cockle.
She got arrested. I think it was my granddaughter's dad said about 10 o'clock. It was 10 o'clock on the night. She got arrested. And it would have been maybe 10:05 when I walked out of that police station and got arrested myself.
So, what I'm trying to say to you is here, you got arrested first, she got arrested second.
Well, no, I think they nicked her at the bungalow.
The same time.
Yeah.
And then jumped on me 5 minutes later.
But what I'm trying to say is here, you're on a 12-hour interview, lad. What were you in the cells? What was it, an hour interview, 12-hour interview?
I was locked up all night in Middlesbrough cells. I was in a cell in Stockton.
Yeah. Oh, you were in. Oh, you were in a different. Yeah. I get you now. I'll get you none. So the accusations were from him, I think it was on Thursday night when he was meant to be having a drink. He states to his audience that you are to blame for the drugs and the gun being put in that house.
Well, that's what I was just saying earlier, that I don't believe there was any drugs there, because it'd be on my bill sheet. And listen to this, right? She reckons she's still on bill.
One second, which I have got here, Kev. I have got here, and I will put it up. Your bill sheet is... Look, and this ain't an arrestable offence, like Mandy said. This ain't an arrestable offence to put someone's bill sheet up if they have give you prior permission to put it up there. Oh, like that.
You can do it. I can do
Which
what
one's that, Kev?
Hey?
That there is your...
Is that my NFL? Bill sheet, I don't know.
NFA, that one, and that one there is your bill sheet.
And what's
Hey,
on there?
but do you know what a standard? Do you know what, Mandy? Do you know what a standard bill restrictions are?
Yeah.
Could you tell the people on the channels now what standard bail condition is?
Right, a standard bail condition is that, you know, it's whoever it is that you're being arrested against, that you're not allowed to speak to them or go near their home. That's just like standard bail conditions. There's not like restricted ones where you can't go to certain parts of wherever you were. It just depends on what the crime is about, but yours has just been standard bail conditions, really, Kevin, hasn't it?
Yeah, I think so. I don't know.
Yeah, it has been.
No.
They arrested me because it was a serious, because of the seriousness of the nature of it. They've got to arrest me, I said. Well, it wasn't in my place and gun.
I know that, but under serious violence, I only know this because I do all the disarm meetings with the Merseyside. If anyone in Liverpool was to get arrested with a gun, be it a assault or whatever, they would normally go straight on remand as well.
Right.
I think there's a lot more to this than meets the eye, because I think she's tried to say you were for it because she's a fellow, because she does stuff like that, trust me.
Yeah, but we took this gun down. We took this gun down a good few weeks before.
And then before you fell out, you mean?
Yeah. It was in there before we fell out. Yeah.
How many days after you'd fallen out did you have to go and appear at the police station?
I didn't have to appear. They arrested me, didn't they, on the night?
I mean, do you know the voluntary?
Oh, right. How many days after we fell out? After we fell out, maybe it was probably, I don't know, 3 weeks or something.
Before?
Yeah, about 3 weeks on.
Which would have given her a chance to like grass you up to the police, really, wouldn't it, and say it was your gun?
Yeah, but she'd already been on the fucking on these lives, and Paddy was saying he offered me it and blah 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 and shit on it. So
yeah.
But she also was in a fucking saying,
there, Kev, that statement you just said there is she offered it to Paddy.
Yeah.
Now, how long before this come out into the public, Paddy knew about that gun? Now, she's offered that to Paddy. You're saying now it was 3 weeks prior. So what, in that full 3 weeks, she's offered it to Paddy Conroy as well?
Well, Paddy she talks to Paddy, doesn't she? So Paddy has known all about the gun. And Jimmy obviously knew about the gun because he sent it in the first place, didn't he?
But when did Jimmy send that gun to her? If you don't mind me asking, Kev, when did she...
I don't exactly know the exact date because it's on my other phone, I would imagine. It was a good few weeks back, because we took the bungalow and I didn't even find out that we took it.
So, but can you recall how long she has it at Brian's house before she took it to the bungalow?
Yeah, it'll be a couple of weeks, I would imagine.
About weeks?
A couple of weeks, I would imagine. I only ever seen it once.
So Jimmy's recently sent that then, so this is not a long term or the start of the year. This is only in the past month or so.
Oh, yeah. But he sent this crossbow before that. He sent the crossbow. Yeah. I'd never seen the crossbow, but apparently he sent the crossbow before the gun.
Who told you about the crossbow, Kev?
Oh, Emma told me. Yeah.
Now, what will make me funny? Well, you're from a very popular town with the guns and the drug scene, Mandy, right?
Yeah.
Someone's got a dead firearm in their house and a key of cocaine. What would that clarify as? Dealing.
Yeah, intent.
Because every time they're mentioning it, they're just jeopardising the case. I really think when I look at when Paddy Conroy speaks to Emmett about the drugs, these alleged drugs would jeopardise any case on any platform. You wouldn't come on and speak about it. You wouldn't. You're grasping any case up out there whatsoever. And you could also, what is it, the course of justice. Pervert the course of justice.
Course of justice, yeah.
Yeah, well, Ash, listen to this, right? She reckons she's still on bail, doesn't she? Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's forget about the drugs for now, right? So she's still on bail for this firearm, right? Yeah?
Yeah.
So I was on bail for a firearm, yeah?
Yeah.
Then I get NFA'd with no conditions, right? So what's the difference? What was the point of me being on bail in the first place then, if she's still on bail? I think she's been charged. That's only my own personal thoughts, like, but
she would have been.
No, well, she's been charged.
Yeah.
Then.
So.
Yeah, but she's been charged with a firearm, not drugs.
I know that, but until you've actually got a guilty in a court, so under the Housing Act, when you've offered a tenancy, like she's got the bungalow, you are responsible for any person that enters through your front door. Whether
1,000,000%.
So if she's convicted or she's been charged with this, she could lose her, her tenancy agreement, because even if it was, say for example, we'll use you, Kev, you put the gun in there, it was your gun, she would have lose her home for that. So she knows exactly what she's doing. But if anyone is caught with drugs or firearms or knives or anything in the houses now and they're convicted, they're just gone. You don't get a house.
Yeah, but you get what I'm getting at, though. What I'm getting at is, I was on bail, and now I'm not on bail with no conditions.
Yeah.
So what was the point of me being on bail if she's still on bail? I'm getting at.
That's what I mean. The only reason you would have been arrested is if she'd given your name in. So how else would they have known about you, Kevin?
Because I was there every day. I used to go around there just to get out of the way with the ex-missus, really. You've all heard on here, haven't you?
You see, how would they?
Were you under surveillance, Ken?
Hey?
Were you under surveillance by the police, by any chance?
That's what I'm saying. How would they have known that you were in that police station, Kevin? And how would they have known that you were with Emma? And how would they have known that there was a firearm in there?
Well, that's what it is. That's why I thought. Him from Thailand must have grasped me up. They've tried their hardest to get me nicked over drugs. You know what I mean? So maybe I thought if they could get me nicked, I probably thought it would be easy to get me nicked over, set me up over some drugs.
No, but don't you think it was Emma? Because I don't think Jimmy has got the intelligence to do that. If I'm being fair, I think he does what Emma tells him.
Why would Emma grass herself up?
No, I don't think she meant to grass herself up. I think she meant to set you up.
You think? Well, I could understand that. I could understand that maybe. I mean, if she did get caught taking drugs into the bungalow that night, I could understand that. Yeah. Why was she taking drugs in there? Was it to set me up with drugs? Well, I don't know about the gun though, because everyone knew about the gun. Everyone knew about the gun.
She knew about. She's responsible for anyone that goes in there, and even if it wasn't your gun, it's still a responsibility because she's allowed it in there.
Yeah, but I don't know if she could trust herself.
I do. To get it.
There's a question here though for you, Ken, though.
Right.
She lends 25 grand off you.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Well, at least 25 grand. There's a couple of. I sent a couple of messages over today. What someone sent me. Did you read them ones?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we see.
If she can take 25 grand off you, and you're saying to me and everyone else that she speaks to other men, how many other men could you be ripping off? So let's say, for instance, she's got 4 men. She's ripped you off for 25 grand. She's ripped the next man off for 25 grand. She's ripped the next man off for 25 grand. The next 25 grand. That's 100 grand.
Yeah, but I don't think.
So she would have the finances to buy a Kia cocaine.
No, I don't think she'd rip other people men off like that, because I knew her personally.
How do you know that? How do you know that, though, Kev? Because
I don't think she's ripping Jimmy off. I don't think she's ripping Jimmy off.
I think she ripped you off as well, love.
Yeah, I know, but I knew her personally. I knew her in real life, you know what I mean?
Kevin, I knew her personally as well. She dragged me off, love.
Yeah, but when you're going personally, Kev, I could walk up the road, go to 10 brothels, and what would that be personal? They're still getting money, bro. You weren't in a physical relationship. She groomed your boy. She groomed your wallet, bro.
Yeah, she said she rinsed you. She said.
Yeah.
Where's the models? You don't see her coming back at you now here, mate. There's 4 grand, right? I haven't got all the money. There's 4 bags. You don't see her doing that. All she's doing to you is wrecking your life. Why is she wrecking your life? What? I asked you this question a couple of weeks ago. What has she got on you for her to have such a fucking hard-on over you? To be that much vindictive, to go and speak to your ex-girlfriend the way you are.
She's got no on me, absolutely nothing on me. But
and Kevin, remember this as well. If she was carrying on with all of the fellas, why weren't they arrested?
Well, that's it. I was with her every day. I was with her nearly every day, especially the first.
You were sitting outside the house with her while she was with some fella in the house, wasn't you?
No, there was no fella in the house. No, she was just on the phone. She was on the phone with Jimmy and that, like.
I thought she was with some fella one night.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Once.
Yeah, but once is too much in my eyes. You can do it once.
Yeah.
You need to
I don't know if anything happened like that. I don't know. Maybe it did, maybe it didn't. I don't know.
But why didn't she grass on why weren't the other people who she's talking to, why weren't they arrested? That's all I'm saying, Kev. It's just a little bit mad that you fell out 3 weeks before all this happened. And then she'd asked you to take that pistol down conveniently 3 weeks before to the bungalow. The next thing is you're getting arrested. She is. I think she's thought that, and they found some stuff in a cupboard or something for personal use. She was loads of speed in there, wasn't it?
Well, when I left that bungalow, there was no drugs in that bungalow whatsoever.
But that was 3 weeks ago. You wouldn't have known.
You could say. Well, Helen was a week after I got my keys, so you could say at least 2 weeks.
Okay, so she's had 2 weeks in that bungalow before she got dragged out of it. You see, she's making out that you were there, right before it happened. That's what they're trying to bring across to people.
Right. Yeah. Well, I wasn't there, and Helen can back that because she got the key the next week.
You hadn't been there for how long? How many weeks? 2 weeks.
2 weeks, and Helen a week after I get my key back, Helen give her the key back. And then when I get my other phones back, I can prove this.
Okay, well that's fine. I'm just saying so that we can all understand, because that's what it is. You see, because they're making out that it was you in the bungalow, and so you're not the driver.
See, what I can't understand is, I'd have been arrested as well, wouldn't I? If there was drugs in that bungalow.
You were.
There was a gun in the bungalow. I got arrested. So if there was drugs in the bungalow, I'd have got arrested, wouldn't I?
Yeah, but you would. I'm not being funny. You would have been better being arrested for drugs than what you would have been for a gun, if I'm being honest.
But if you look at it this way, though, Kev, you went in for a voluntary interview. You went into the police station, right?
Yeah.
And you were already in there.
Yeah.
Did you go in that police station? Did you go no fix the board by any chance?
No, I've got an address.
Right, you've got an address, and that in the bungalow.
No, it's not the bungalow, no.
Right, so Did your property ever get raided?
No, I didn't know.
No. Then you could clarify that through numerous people.
Yeah. It's
So there's no drug charge involving you then?
No, none whatsoever. No.
Well, that makes sense.
Would you see where we're coming from, though, Kev? The fact that she had like a good few weeks before all this happened, and it was conveniently when you split up from her.
Yeah, I know what you're saying, but the only way she'd get done with drugs is if she was taking him into the bungalow the night she got nicked. Otherwise, I'd have been nicked, wouldn't I?
No, well, you weren't with her for 2 weeks.
Yeah, but I wasn't with her when they found the gun, was I?
I know that, but the key hadn't gone in this. So this is what I'm saying to you. If they found drugs in there and you're saying there was no drugs in there, how would you have known that, Kevin? Because you hadn't been there for over 2 weeks.
Well, up until I left, there was no drugs in that bungalow whatsoever.
You could say, right, from that door going in, Kev, right, from that door getting, no, what I don't get is, she said she approached the bungalow when the police were in the property.
Yeah, but she also said Brian's house had been raided by them now, but I don't think that's
one second. She said and stated that the police, she went to her house and the police raided the house and she approached it. Right?
Yeah.
So when she's showing all this rubbish and that and all these daft little pictures, bags and PG tips and that, why didn't she, how did the police get in?
I don't know. What's the matter?
Well, wouldn't you, if your door's been busted in?
The door wasn't
busted. So the door's not been busted?
I don't know.
So how did the police get in?
Probably got a locksmith out, I don't know.
No, they don't do locksmiths, Kev.
No locksmiths, no.
I
don't know.
Did you see after you got out? Did you go past the bungalow? Have you ever been past the bungalow since you've been out?
I've been past the bungalow just the other day, actually.
Right, and door looks alright. It doesn't see any damage in there to the property or whatsoever.
No, it didn't look damaged enough. No, I only had a quick look around.
The CCTV that she said she has will show how the police got in there.
No, I don't. She hasn't got CCTV. No, I think next door's got a ring one of them big doorbell things. Next door, but it won't show her door.
Right, so how can she prove anyone being in that property, walking in and outside the property, if you can't show nothing from next door?
Or do you think she was minding drugs for someone in there, which you wouldn't have known? I mean, obviously, because you haven't seen her for 3 weeks. So, do you think?
Maybe I don't know. Maybe I don't know. Unless the only other thing is, I was thinking maybe she's probably supposed to take drugs. I don't know. I've never seen her with no drugs myself, apart from a bit of whiz. She used to wake herself up in the morning with. But if she had drugs herself and she knew she'd got the keys back, maybe she thought it was a safe place to put them. I don't know. But there again, surely I'd have been arrested though.
No, well, this is what I'm saying to you. The police seem well informed.
Well, you would have thought they'd have mentioned it on my interview, wouldn't you? Not one mention of drugs on my interview.
Exactly. So that's why I was saying, why can't she show a bail sheet? Because it's not illegal to show someone's bail sheet. It's not.
Well, she's full of shit, that's why.
It doesn't affect the case. It doesn't affect anything, so why can't she show it?
Because I don't think there was any drugs, to be honest.
She's just lying again.
Yeah, lying, yeah.
But someone must have, I think they've tried to set you up for it, and it's backfired in her face.
Yeah, it's definitely backfired, yeah. Because she's tried to set me up 4 times since.
Well, that could be Jimmy then, but I think it's both of them, not just Jimmy.
Well, you can hear her telling Jimmy, telling that silly bastard what to do. Well, I mean, you can hear her voice. Clear as day. You can't have my little message I've got left.
Thank you, Jimmy. Made my day. Like,
Always in the background, isn't she? She's always in the fucking background. Constantly.
Paddy's just.
I spotted that. Went live. And it tried to, I was watching one of the lives and I went, no. I said, when I was speaking about Mandy on the live with Andrew Gordon, the first thing you done to me was gone live. And the first comment in there was, now 9 times out of 10, if you do have a YouTube channel and do these panels, I've done it plenty of times and spoke to someone, all right, lad, and we'll go live, and then next minute he's the first comment. So they do have a good bond. And I was going through my Instagram, and there was a whole group with them. Yeah. And I was thinking, well, they've been speaking for years, man.
I think she's been off for years, doesn't she? And she does have, you bet you're all right, she does have someone to do a dirty work for her.
Oh, yeah.
Constantly, when you look at the Jamie Boyle lads, who does she go with? 2 lackeys off here.
Kev.
So,
yeah.
Go on, Mandy. What?
Do you think Emma's a Christian?
Yeah, Christian. Yeah, right. No.
No, I didn't think so. So why does she pretend to everyone that she's like this, Christian woman?
Gosh, she's a liar, isn't she?
Yeah.
She can't do anything but lies. It's simple as that. I've got my eyes open now, and that's every single word is a lie. I would imagine every word, maybe one word out of 100, might be the truth.
Do you not think that Brian's aware of any of it?
What? Sorry.
Do you think Brian's aware of any of it?
Very little, I think. Very little.
Don't take this the wrong way, right? You know when you were getting up to the old jiggy shaky pudding and all that kind of stuff, right?
Yeah.
Like this is gonna sound creepy.
Oh, yeah.
What time of day? Like obviously she's gone back to Brian. So what was it through the day? And what?
It was daytime. Yeah, daytime.
Oh, all right, Brian, just gone down to Netto. I'm gonna pop into the old Woolworths.
Well, that's why she drugged him.
Well, and then next minute she got for a bit of dicky.
That's why she drugged him to get out the house. I mean, sometimes I had to park around the corner and wait for her so she could sneak out.
Do you know when I said to you, I asked you, and you were in the chat one night, and I said to you, did she drug Joseph? And you said, as far as you know. How did that conversation come up with Emma, if you don't mind me asking?
It didn't come up with Emma. It was Emma's friend that told me.
Okay.
I don't think that could be.
It was before we fell out, so I just took it as that must be the truth. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So that was before you fell out with Emma. You found that out.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you for that.
What do you feel about that situation, Kevin? You know, someone, Mandy, like I've been through, and I sent a few things to Mandy of her being on their channel a couple of years ago, 2-3 years ago, being all laughing and smiling and getting on, telling the story, and to the way they've gone now by showing me the autopsy report of someone that she was meant to loved and cared and carried on and wanted the future, but how could someone sit there and justify themselves the way they're speaking about someone's family member?
I know.
Wow,
that was sickening for me. It really was.
She's just vile. See,
I won't lie to you. I ran Mandy up and I said, don't do that rest to that. I said, that's how petty someone's going to go to threaten you. And that's what I see with you, Kev, with these lot here, that they're trying to like threaten you to get to wanting you to back down.
I won't back down.
There's no reason for you to back down.
No reason to back down whatsoever.
That's why I asked you what is your goal here? And it's to prove her to be a liar, then you're not going to back down and you're going to carry on.
Yeah.
It's the point proven. And you're watching the people like Paddy Conroy who's questioning and questioning and questioning.
Yeah,
Paddy's,
I know you all call Paddy in that way, but he's not fucking daft. He fucking knows. He knows she's lying.
I watched it the other day, and like I normally have a little banter on it.
Yeah, he's questioning her, but he's not daft.
I sat quiet, and it must have been for a good half an hour. And I'm watching Paddy question her, but she's thinking it's just general banter, but she couldn't realise actually what he was trying to do. And the questioning he was trying to put towards her was trying to get him out of shit.
Yeah.
She hated Paddy. She hated Paddy with a passion for years and years because of what he'd done earlier.
But at the same time, she knows Paddy. I reckon she knows because have you seen her when she's on the line? She goes, yeah.
Oh yeah, and she's always on the other phone texting someone else.
Is that why she?
Well, I worked that out with Roxy when she goes, I've only got one phone. Well,
yeah.
And she's got more laptops and all like that. Well, what's your camera on there? Why do you keep on typing down there? What are you looking at to the right?
Well, and above, Paddy's always looking above, and he's somewhat above.
Oh, yeah, I've noticed that. I've mentioned that a few times that you read someone coming behind them.
Yeah. She's got more.
Going back to Widno. With what you've been hearing from what Paddy's saying to you, what would you say was Paddy's goal, or what do you reckon Paddy wants to know from you?
I can't work it out. I just can't work it out. I know he knows she's lying. He's not that daft.
I think he knows. You can tell that.
He knows. He's not daft. No one. And that fucking prick from fucking Thailand, Christ. I mean, the first bloody post he put up pretending he was over here. It was Brian had already done that on his page, hadn't he? Bobby sat in them clothes. A couple of weeks prior.
So, how would you feel, Kevin? Like, what do you reckon Brian Cockrell feels now, like, knowing that, you've been with his wife?
Well, I don't know if he does. I don't think he does.
Well, he must do, because he clarified the other day about myself and slagged us off, as he does in a little huff. But he did mention my channel, so he must be watching. And he has mentioned Humble's channel, so he must be watching that one as well. So, if Brian Cockrell come on live with you now and asked you that question, would you blatantly say that to the man?
No,
you have slept with his wife?
Yeah.
Yeah, because you did, didn't you? So you've got that right. And she said she never slept with Brian, and she's never had any form of physical relationship with him. But she told me that she's known him since she was 16. So
I think she was a bit older than 16, to tell you the truth. But maybe 20, maybe, I don't know.
I've read his book, and it hasn't clarified that. I had that question myself the other day, because I've never.
Told me 16, but because I know she met him before she was with Joseph. But I also got told that when she met Joseph, she would come to Liverpool to run away from people that she owed money to.
Yeah, well, there's another person that she did get round to Rick. She owed someone up.
Yeah, she said someone up.
Winky Watson, John Watson. Winky Watson.
John Winky Watson,
Yeah.
I remember him from Home House Prison.
Yeah, I think she got or something.
What?
That's why she got. In fact, that's why she got with Brian. That's why she got with Brian, because of Winky Watson. Not knowing that Brian was going to be ill and old.
But did Winky Watson and Brian have any altercations?
No, I don't think this is.
So obviously.
Why?
Go on, Mandy.
I just don't get how she can go into a marriage with someone, not sleep with them. It was like a financial agreement or something like that, Kev.
Well, no, I think it's because he was ill, wasn't it? So I don't know.
Yeah, but you
He
wouldn't
probably wouldn't have known she was. I don't. I'll tell you what happened, right? The day of the wedding, this millionaire from Redcar called. He had a window company, Henson, John Henson, I think it's called. Window company. Yeah. He went to the registry office to try and stop the wedding because he wanted to marry her.
Who told you
They wanted to marry you? Emma?
Who told you that? Emma?
Yeah.
Do you believe her?
Hey?
I'm not being funny. Have you seen the picture of Emma when she was getting married?
Oh, yeah, I've seen the picture, yeah. Yeah.
I'm not being funny. Her head's bigger than like 3 people's heads all mashed in together. She's friggin' huge.
Yeah, she was when I met her. Humongous.
Are you into big women, are you, Kev?
No, definitely no.
The cushion for the pushing, Kev.
Yeah.
I didn't fancy Emma in that way whatsoever when I first met her. But like I say, 2 months before this Christmas, she did lose a massive amount of weight on these Manjaro fucking jab things. That would have been in the November, December.
I said she was huge. I also said to her, what have you done to your face? Because when
lips were terrible, weren't they? Lips were terrible, weren't they?
that, you know.
They'd gone down a lot. They had gone down a lot as well. Too. Like this year, they'd gone down a lot. But when I first met them, they were horrible.
And she is horrible. And
Oh, yeah, I know that now, yeah.
No, she isn't. She's just lying and lying. She's got cement in her face. If she had cement in her face, she'd have a stroke or something like that. Because if there's cement...
Oh, I was going to put cement in someone's face. No, it's all that.
Well, exactly. So it's more lies, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, that got proved out to be a lie from Time to Believe. Because at the time that she said that happened, she was on a live that night with Brian.
Yeah.
And her lips looked perfectly fine then. Bit big, but...
Well, you've not long paid for them either, Kev, have you?
Sorry?
Haven't you not long got paid to get in a lips done again? And she said she hasn't had them done for years.
Yeah.
Are you having a pig?
Yeah.
Yes, he doesn't give a flying, does he? He's not even in the bathroom. He's doing something in the bathroom every time. Hey, Kev.
Yeah.
You know, obviously, like, you know when you're driving about and stuff, right? And you're spending, like, obviously, I wouldn't pass the 25. Did you ever do anything with it, like bowling, dinner, fish and chips, like you know what, like an average date night or something? Did you ever do out like that with her?
Well, at the time, she always had to be back for 6 o'clock. I set Brian's lives up for 6 o'clock normally. She always had to be back for 6. Maybe the drugs were, I don't know, but she had to be back for 6. Like, he did a lot of lives then, didn't he?
Ah, he did.
She had to set the lives up 6 o'clock. So she was always back for 6, really.
Sweet children. Go on, Mandy.
Policy time together. Was it just a shaky pudding?
Yeah, both. Basically, yeah. And the other times, someone was on the phone normally.
Why you were doing shaky pudding?
Eh? No.
I thought you were trying to say you were slipping on one while she's doing a bit of bed station. A fucking broad station in her case.
There was a man from, I think he lives in Newcastle. Don, he wasn't a bad bloke actually, called Don. I don't know, Don. He was on the phone a lot, but he was alright then.
Don from Don's farm, where all the murders happened.
Isn't that Paddy?
No.
I thought that, isn't it Don?
Don. I think it was up that way, like, no.
Is it Don or Don?
Don.
Disclosure, what, Don Farms?
Yeah, that's Paddy, isn't it?
Someone will tell us in the chat. Now I'm sure that's Paddy's. This is always on the phone to a murderer.
No, Don. Don. I think he was back because he was in hospital for it as well.
How old this man was he? You know.
Say about maybe our age. For my age, 50 odd, yeah. Maybe.
Did you ever used to like drive? Like, did you ever drive it anywhere weird?
Weird.
You know, like out the blue down the back country lane. You drive down the lane, drop me off here, do your wee, and come back up.
No.
So it was just casual sex.
I took her to Newcastle once to meet Anna Conley. Is it Anna Conley?
Yeah.
That was the first time that was the first time I met her, actually. She met her, I think that was the first time she met her.
What, did you go in with her and have a few beverages and that like that?
Well, I was going to, but I just done a couple of jobs while I was up there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And then I went back for it.
What was it? A bit of hammered, she was a bit tipsy and that, back to bungalow before dropping her off?
No, I know. I think Brian was in hospital. Yeah, he was in hospital, Brian. So I just took her straight back to her house.
Wow. She's a proper fucking slag, isn't she? She is, though, isn't she, man? Come on, man. You can't give up any. How could anyone on this God's fucking on earth take her serious? Listen, someone that's got to go repetitive. Then someone's a liar. Kev just sat here tonight and basically said his house didn't get busted. Now, anyone in a drugs case, you get arrested for drugs on the street or Grafton, wherever, you give a known address or somewhere where you live, your house is getting searched no matter what.
Yeah.
Right? That's why I asked him if he went NFA. So, let's get it right, Kev. You just had sex with her. That was it. Simple. She's took a vendetta out onto you, and she's trying to blame you for the KSKB boys or whatsoever, giving them an ounce of fucking pork. And
tell the truth, in the end, she said she was going to leave Brian, right? And we were going to fucking move in the bungalow together.
Oh, would you believe her? Did you believe her?
At the time it is, yeah.
If she needs Brian to see a bit of status, because otherwise she's no one.
She's no one, no. And all these people she says she knows in Redcar. She doesn't know. Everyone hates her in Redcar. The only people she talks to in Redcar are these old people who probably know you, Brian.
But do you know the amount of people that have contacted me over Joseph from Redcar? It's been lovely, to be honest with you, Kev. I was made up, and they're all saying how much they hate it, and they're saying how nice Joseph was, and all that he was a lovable road, and everything else. So, you know.
I heard that myself. I mean, I didn't know Joseph was before my time. I mean, like I say, I've only been on the scene since it was just about a week after my birthday in 2023, October 2023. I met her.
So you gutted now, aren't you?
Well, I probably had a lucky escape there.
I think so, because I'm telling you now, if she had airways, she'd have made sure that you got set off for that. Because I know for a fact she done that to someone. That's why she was hiding out in Liverpool. She grasped on someone else to take the blame. She never done no jail time for it.
Yeah. I mean, Debbie, I knew Debbie before Emma knew Debbie. I knew her back in 1987, Debbie.
Wow. But why do you think Emma all of a sudden has jumped on to Debbie, since you've split up and she's been arrested? What do you think she's trying to like?
Well, both of them have got very little friends, to be honest. So I don't know.
But she's doing
maybe I don't know. She's probably give Debbie a sniff. Huh?
Mandy, one of your ex-lovers, right? You're having a bit of shaky pudding. You fella at the minute sitting at home playing Monopoly Go or something on the phone.
Yeah.
And then you're going back. It's weird. That is weird.
Yeah.
Oh, it is weird. Yeah,
your best pal. You cheated on he's cheated with you, with her mate. Right? Knew about it. and now his best pal's with her. Who in the right mind does that?
It's a bit
exactly.
of me start to go out for drinks with my ex-husband's wife, if that makes sense.
2 seconds, I'll just grab a battery charge. Battery's gone. 2 seconds.
Oh, it's weird that one, Mandy.
Well,
Like going from like Kev's ex, right? So he's with Debbie, cheating on with Emma,
correct.
and then them two found out what's going on, sacked Kev off, and then like having a massive vendetta against Kev, but they're best mates after like one another's mugged each other off.
That's what I'm saying to you. It's like my ex-husband, if he separated from his wife and I started drinking with her, that would be like sick in the head, wouldn't it?
But I don't get what she's trying to get out of all this, apart from bringing trouble to her own door.
Because she's thick as fuck. I'm not allowed to.
God, he's thick as fuck. You're not on hands. You can swear as much as you want on here.
Remember,
you can swear as much as you want. She is thick as fuck. She is. I don't know someone that's so numb. Like, literally numb. Like, the education. She's sitting there the other night with Paddy and she's looking all around dead twitchy, and I'm sitting there thinking, she's off her nuts. Her jaw's going to start swinging in a minute.
Oh, no.
And, like,
off the tits.
Like, if someone can recognise what Paddy's doing straight away and actually point it out, actually proves that she's actually fucking numb herself, because even I worked that out. And many others in my chat worked that out as well, listening towards it.
Yeah, she is. I just think she's tried to set him off and get him to take the phone and backfire in the face now. Paddy.
Yeah, it's going to go right back. The day, and I've said different day one, the day Paddy Conroy dropped Emma Cockrell, what church tried to do the biggest U-turn and tried to say, I was trying to set them up. I was trying to do this. I'm waiting for that day. And I tell you what, I'll get the Don Paddy on in the caviar out, because I will be celebrating with a Cuban.
I'm back.
Someone's just put something in the chat. I'm trying to see.
Oh yes, that's what I was. There's a question in the chat, Mandy, from Awesome Sally 62. Would you like to tell a bit about Joseph, if you don't mind?
So Joseph is my cousin, and he lives with Emma in Redcar. Well, he's from Liverpool, so he went down to Redcar. He was selling drugs. I'm not gonna lie, he was, and that's where he met Emma. And then Emma was involved with selling drugs herself. But Emma grasped on a lot of people from Redcar, and she come up to Liverpool to stay with Joseph. That's how I met Emma. So Joseph then moved up to Redcar with her. Now, we found out after he come home that he'd had 7 mini strokes whilst in Redcar. And Emma, when I asked her, told me that she didn't know nothing about it, but she lived with him. So when he had a massive stroke, and Liverpool Royal Hospital wrote to Redcar, and they said, he had 7 mini strokes while he was here, living in Redcar. But she said that, that was a lie. No, it wasn't a lie. So Joseph's now dead, unfortunately. But she's the reason why Joseph was having strokes, because she was drugging him on a daily basis. So,
obviously, I've spoken to you, Mandy. I would like, knowing she brought Joseph up.
Yeah.
And you sent a message to Joseph, didn't you? And
yeah, totally.
How did he feel about knowing what Emma was saying?
He was dead upset, and he can't talk because by the time he died, he's had 9 strokes altogether. So he'd lost his speech, and he was dead upset. I showed him where she'd beaten her up, and he was really upset. That's why I thought, no, you're not doing this to him. You're not. It's just not right what she's done, and she's trying to do the same thing to Brian now. Yeah, because he's an inconvenience for her as well. We shouldn't go out with older fellas, then, should you, love? Hey.
How's it, when you hear what she's done to Kev, obviously you knew her for 20 years plus of your life. From the girl that's come down from Redcar down to Liverpool to the girl that you've seen now, and everything you know about her to what you've seen with Kev.
The person that came to Liverpool had a lot of people fooled, to be honest with you. My mother loved her. My mum thought she was a lovely girl, but my mum goes to church every day after. What can I say? She's a little bit Hamish, my mother. She hasn't got a clue what goes on outside the front door. She just doesn't know. And they all were made up with her. And then when he went back down to Redcar, I knew he'd get in trouble. The Merseyside police got him for fraud, because they were able to run the bank cards then. But he done the time for her. He wouldn't let her go to jail. Again, do you know what? She does this to people. I think she just plays on vulnerable people. I think at that time, Joseph had no choice but to go into jail for it. And he got to come into the big house up in Liverpool and save the rest of his time out there. But I know she's a liar. To the girl I met when she first come to Liverpool, what I see on the internet now, no, she's like two different people, completely.
Well, I've heard that quite a lot.
Yeah, she's got a split personality.
Yeah.
You a split personality from from when I was growing up. I've never liked her really, and anyone who knows me from back on the day, like the OGs on here from my chat, will tell you I've never liked her. And when she was sniffing around, because I fell out with Humble, and I'm like that, and I'm sitting with the lass at the time I was singing, and like even she was slagging Paddy then, and like she was going to Jimmy and Ben Hornsby, and I'm like so 18 months down the line. Now if I hate someone, like proper hate someone, I'm not gonna sit on a panel. I'm not gonna go on I'm gonna go and cause trouble. Like I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't sit on a panel. I couldn't sit on a panel with someone I hate.
I know. Well, that's why. Do you know when she came on, when I was on with John Humbles, I lost my head. Oh. Still hear me? Hang on.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Went on with John Humbles, and I lost my head because Joseph meant the world to me, and he absolutely had last year. Now he loved her, and it really hurt me what she'd done to him, because he didn't deserve it, and he was too good for her anyway, if I'm being honest. I mean, don't get me wrong, I know she doesn't look like what she did when I knew her, and I know looks on everything, but he loved her. So if he loved her and she made him happy, I was all right with that, because as long as he was happy. But how can she sit with Jimmy? How can she sit with Jimmy and say the things about Joseph? I know.
That must show to me that there's no love there and there's no self-respect. And for the Christian woman of herself,
exactly,
we shouldn't be putting things out there that are like.
She used Joseph. That's all she did. She used him to get out the way of Redcar, and then she got him up to Redcar, and it wasn't working between them, so she drugged him.
It was a heavy session, the money dried up, you know what I mean? I've seen girls like that, obviously when I used to sell, they sit around you and want to be around you, and then next minute they don't care about you. They only want your product, they only want your money, they only want to be known around you. They don't care about you. You see,
she only cares about herself. She only cares about herself.
I know she does.
I see, the stories I hear about slagging Debbie off was unreal. And yet they sit together now, drink together.
She slags everyone off, but I'm not being funny, Kev. Do you know what? I've never changed my story about Joseph. I've said the same thing, but I couldn't prove it. But now, since a lot of people have come forward and told me that she actually did do it.
Yeah. She's done worse. She's done worse than that.
What's she done?
Yeah, that he was having some sort of seizure or some sort of do, and she wouldn't call the ambulance for quite a while after.
Joseph? Really?
That's what I heard.
Oh, is that right?
Oh yeah, but I don't know if it's true or not.
What's going on, Mandy? Is why can't someone obviously if my best friend or my brother, my sister was in that state, I don't get her. Like, how can I put it? She's a manipulator. She's
100%.
Yeah.
I class her as a groomer.
Yeah.
She's a fantasist. She's a stalker. She's an abuser. She's the things that I can't believe that someone of even Paddy Conroy's stature, right? He's well known. Look, I won't lie. Everyone knows him in the northeast. But from Paddy Conroy to the taxman, to targeting Jamie Boyle, to YouTube beef, to now this great big affair with Kev. It's always everyone else, and she's in the middle.
Yeah, correct.
Well, she's like the friend Debbie. I was just like, they are somewhat rotten to me, absolutely rotten. Said Debbie got her hip halved deliberately. She said she done it deliberately. Pip me.
Really?
It's like this Rhonda crack, right? I know for a fine fact and 1,000,000% that Rhonda Hall does not like Paula Beanie. Emma Cockrell and Maria Howarth do not like Paula Beanie. So why are they all trying to get into all these people that are just trying to come and target all of us? What do you reckon she's up to, Kevin? What do you reckon what her big master plan is for this YouTube? Does she just want to be known?
She just wants to be known, whether it's good or bad work. She just wants to be known, simple as that.
But why bring trouble to your house when you've got a nil man in bed?
Well, exactly.
There's no moral. There's no
all the trouble on this YouTube.
It's caused by Anna.
It's down to where. Everyone says it.
Yeah.
Everyone says it. Even Brian says it.
I've even said it about Maria. I've said it about Maria numerous times. I feel sorry for Maria. I've got to feel sorry for Maria because of the way Emma treats people. And I know, and I sat there for a good 4 or 5 hours of her and Brian Cockrell slagging Maria Howarth off, a so-called best mate who she's never, ever met. Have you ever took her to meet Maria, Kev?
No, that's what I'm saying. That's what I used to say to her. I'm not talking about your fucking divvies on YouTube. I said your real friends, what your real friends are. She only had about half a dozen at the time. She's never met half these people, never met them.
But she's always on the phone.
Always on the phone, yeah. She's never met Jimmy. He's 6,000 miles away, isn't he? Prick.
Oh, yeah. Why would they call you a stalker, Kev?
I explained that, didn't I? I just explained that when I first come on.
Yeah, he explained that over when Debbie split up with him. She also told him on the phone was basically because she sent him a message just to book off. So he went round and got all the stuff. So she said that she contacted the police, and the police had to stay away because she was saying he was stalking her.
Well, she wasn't there. She wasn't there for 2 weeks. Emma later on told me she'd gone to some hotel in Newcastle with some gadget. I don't know for 2 weeks, but she never answered the phone the door for 2 weeks. But like you say, a couple of months after that, I was out in the pub with her again. I can't have been that much of a stalker. I could have given the money.
How comes she on your bill sheet, Kev?
Yeah.
Why would I have not to contact Emma Cockrell?
I don't know.
Well, because it's no, but you've come onto YouTube, said you couldn't speak about Emma Cockrell.
Yeah,
because it's on your bill sheet. Yeah, it's on your bill sheet. So why would she be on there?
Because it was there, going in there, bungalow, wasn't it?
Yeah, That's what I mean, Kevin. That's what we couldn't understand was how did they connect you to the bungalow? So obviously there's been
because my car. Well, that's what I'm saying. That's why I was grassed up. Well, my car was there every day. It was parked there every day. So obviously they might have been watching me for a couple of days. I don't know.
So how often did you go to the bungalow?
Well, at first, me and Emma were there every day or every other day. But even if I wasn't with them, I used to just go to them. Get away from
you're saying you were in that bungalow with Emma Cockrell nigh on every day for how long?
Been a good 3 months. Good 3 months.
So a good 36 days straight of pure sex with her in that bungalow.
No, maybe every other day. It might be every other day. You know what I mean?
Over there. You know what, Mandy? You've got to. I'll tell you what, Kev. I've got to give you credit. Like I've got to say, you've got a good pair of balls on you, bro. Like having a like. No, to come on. No, to be honest, to come onto YouTube and say that you personally, for 36 full-on days, have penetrated Emma Cockrell, the taxman's wife. Now, I'm telling you what, I'll get in touch with the publishers. I'll get in touch with the real people. You taxed a tax man. How do you will kill Kev to know that you've taxed the tax man's wife?
Yeah, well, you got a rebate.
You must have a pair of bollocks on you, lad. I'm telling you. So if you saw him in the street tomorrow and he's been watching this, what do you reckon the first thing he would say to you?
I don't know. What did he say to me? I don't know.
Would you punch him up, Kev?
Well, he's ill, isn't he? He's ill, isn't he?
Good answer. Very good answer. Very good answer.
I mean, don't get me wrong. He was a hard run this day. He was a hard run this day. He's not the hardest.
Have you ever?
I could name 6 people that knocked him out when he was in his prime. I could name 6 people just like that.
I know. He felt like he was invincible. So
and he told me one day, he was telling me one day, I just let him get on because it was 30 odd years ago. But I mean, he wasn't in Lee Duffy's league. Definitely not. He was a one-off.
Lee Duffy, even to this day, Kev, even to this day, Lee Duffy's got a very high reputation in the jail.
Yeah. I knew.
Very high.
More knew of him, really, but I knew his brother, Laurie. I knew Laurie actually quite well. But Brian was telling me one day he was having this fight with Lee and he shot him against these doors and fucking battered him and that like. But I know that isn't true because I know for 100% he got up, ran down the road and jumped on a bus. There you are.
You did, Brian.
Hey?
Who did Brian?
Brian, yeah, he ran down the road. This was in Recca, the one scrap. And he got up, ran down the road, and jumped on a bus. He wasn't in Lee's league at all, definitely.
He did not.
Definitely not.
I mean, he was a hard man. Don't worry.
Even Jamie Bowles said that's correct about the bus.
Yeah.
So, Jimmy Bowles in the chat here on Monday.
Yeah.
Who's I've read numerous books of Jamie's.
I've seen him run and jump on a bus.
I think it's all like the full beat. I've stated this to Jamie so that I've been watching the documentaries and doing a bit of research on Lee Duffy yourself and Brian Cockrell. Brian's very jealous that Lee Duffy's got a bigger name than him, and the name that Lee Duffy probably got probably shaped the northeast up bigger than anyone in a very long time. You look at the likes of Vic Graham, who ran Newcastle, and put the likes of Lee Duffy in that category. They were two of the probably hardest men in the North East at the time.
Yeah,
and then you've got and with Brian not being a northeaster, actually being originated from Scotland, moved down to Lancaster, and then moved over to the northeast when he was born. So you've got you like coming in wanting to make a bit of a name for his shell, and look, fair enough, he has made a name for himself as a taxman, but his mouth has taxed more things than probably himself, to be honest.
Yeah. Yeah, I love that. Is there anything else you want to say, love, that you wanted to get off your chest?
For me?
Yeah?
Not really. Well, not really, no.
Do you feel like you've said what you wanted to say?
Well, she's been proven a liar, hasn't she? She's still lying. She'll never stop lying, so it's a waste of time saying anything else.
I've got one for you, Kev. Just before you go, sorry for this, man. If you had one thing to say to Paddy Conroy after every, say if you had to put a statement out there to Paddy Conroy, what would it be?
I'd just say be very careful with him. I don't know if she's setting him up or what. I don't know. She hated him with a passion. Paddy knows. He's not daft. He knows she was lying.
Well, you've got no beef. You've got no beef whatsoever with Paddy Conroy.
No, I've got no beef with him. Apart from, I've listened to a few of his lives, and they're just boring, going on the same old shit. I mean, that's
everyone knows that. My arm gets a fucking ache every week.
But if Debbie's listening, she wants to just bin that fucking thing off because she's fucking evil, vile. She told me she fucking had AIDS. She told me Debbie had AIDS and all sorts. I knew that was a lie.
But isn't she Schedule 1 offender?
Aye?
Isn't she Schedule 1 offender?
Say again, sorry, I didn't get that.
Isn't she a sexual offender?
Yeah, she had some chew with a taxi driver years ago, I think, yeah. Yeah, she got put on the sexual register, I think, yeah.
It must have been bad then, whatever she did, because you don't go on that for nothing, do you?
No.
I think she ate taxi driver. He had an operation or something. She ate him or something. I don't know. So I ate.
Yeah. Oh well, nice. I'm gonna end it here. But Wednesday, Kev, Mandy. I know Dodgy Dave will love me and Dodgy Dave on Wednesday to actually. We're gonna go and actually speak to a few more people, and we actually are gonna get quite a lot of people on Wednesday. And we're actually gonna sit there and stream it on about 15 different platforms. Because I think this on Wednesday needs to be put out there in a proper manner. There's no Roxanne Dale, of course. She's on bigger and better things at the minute, but still at the point is, I think Paddy, I think Jimmy's starting to both realise that the wrath of them at Cumberland is probably coming to an end now.
Yeah, I hope so.
Yeah. Which will probably happen, Kev. And with you now being not being on charges and not going to be prosecuted, I can see personally deep down that there's a worried girl there that knowing with what she said over the last 5 to 6 months, the last 2 to 3 years on here about the Sayers and about all this Northeast shoot and other people and that she's getting a bit worried. That's why she's getting a bit big for the boots, because she knows that she's not going to get away with it. Now,
it's all going to come out in the end. It's all
going to come out, like you said, Kev, it's all going to come out in the end. And when it does come out in the end, there's only going to be one person there with egg on her face, and that's her. Knowing that she's shot big time on both sides, from the Humble Dryers to the Conroy fucking lot, and she's just gonna sit there and think, Wow, I've wrecked my husband.
She's on old friends. She's on her own friends.
I've wrecked my husband's reputation. I've wrecked my own reputation. I can't be trusted in the northeast. I can't be trusted with the people that she used to be friends with. She's going to sit there in a dark corner, and that's why she's trying to play sympathy votes on her channel to try and get people to believe her story. But it's not about what you see on her channel. It's what you see on fake channels, which these are about. And when you see that on a daily basis, like I do, then you know that they're doing that to play a victim and
so she's getting a lot of phone calls. The doctor even getting the phone calls she's taped. The doctor, didn't she?
Oh yeah, they're doing that with like Roxanne Dale now. I made an AI video. I made an AI picture of Emma Cockrell holding a gun up, and the next minute you've got one of Jimmy putting out of Roxanne Dale holding a gun up.
Yeah. Well, they've done it with Helen. Made her sound different, say different things, but we all.
Look, AI on this corner of YouTube gets used quite a bit, it does. Anybody that's watched this for the best part of 4 years knows that a lot of AI stuff has actually happened on it.
Yeah, it does.
So for them to make knowing that, and this is how sneaky they are with what they've done with Roxanne is, and they've done this with me in the past. This is how I've been sent down for this twice, Kev. They'll make something up on the YouTube knowing that the only, like, you're on a license agreement. You're meant to be a good behaviour. Now, posting something up like that could actually, it's not just jeopardising your license agreement. It's also, you've got an extra agreement not to use firearms for 10 years. Right? That's what mine was. So I had a firearm agreement and I have my license agreement. Now they're two. Now imagine both of them getting put together like they're trying to accuse Roxanne for doing, which is a load of bullshit. It's out by a million miles off. Why would someone who's on a public platform, who's having let's just say relationships with one of the well-known villain, like, you're not just going to keep a gun in your house, you're not going to keep drugs in your house because you're connected to a villain, and 9 times out of 10 your door's going through. So that's how I know for 1,000,000% fact that fucking video or picture, whatever it is AI.
Yeah.
Why would she do it? You don't do it. You're not, even I know that. I've been in jail and that for numerous years. You're not even allowed to pick a gun up. I've sat there with my nieces and nephews when they're all having water fights and that with guns and that. And I'm like, I can't even pick it up. She's not stupid. She knows what she can and can't do. So basically, they're just fucking grasses at the end of the day.
So yeah, grasses and grasses and lies.
It's repetitive all the time.
She's been proved to be an outright lie, and she's still fucking lying.
Yeah, we can't all be wrong, can we, Kev?
No, you wouldn't think so, would you?
No. Only Paddy.
I wonder what they're going to make up what me now then after this.
I'll tell you a fact what they're going to try to do to you. They're going to try and intimidate you, Kev, to back off this YouTube, to try to silence you. They're going to try to do anything in their what they can do, any bit of information, anything to try to tarnish your reputation. That's what these will try to do.
I mean,
and watch, I'll tell you exactly what else they're going to do. They're also going to try to ruin your reputation in your local area. They're going to also try and whack you up to the police to try and get you put away. It's all a silence technique. It's been on 8 at a time.
Tried that, haven't I? 4 times now.
But you've also got to answer this question, Kev. She's never denied about anything to do with you, though, has she?
Yeah, because I've got that much information on my phones. I've got that much that'll prove it on my phones.
Hey, have you seen all that on your phone?
Yeah.
Yeah, you won't get that back till after trial. Don't think then.
No, you won't get that back till after trial. But with him being found that thing, that will classify him, he will get that back.
Yeah, you will.
But if you were on Friday, yeah, it will. He's got no involvement. That it's his property. If he was on trial, if he went to trial with her, he wouldn't get his phone back, even answering bail.
I know.
Or after the court case, he wouldn't get it back.
Anything on your phone, Kev, they'll use it against her after trial.
Yeah. And she'll know that. What I don't get is, I know a hell of a lot of drug dealers, and if they get found with a key cocaine in their house, you might as well say, ring Durham up tomorrow and come in for me Monday this week, because you've been on remand straight away. Now, will you imagine her on remand? Now, I know from fine fact that there's a lot of girls in there that really don't like her.
Good.
And that's even people from my own town, that's people from the northeast. I know. I mean, you've got to think, Mandy, I was in the prison system, you're right, you know what I mean, pen pals and all that. You know the women in there, well, not like this. They're good crack.
That's what I'm saying to you. She will not last 5 minutes in jail. She won't, and she knows for a fact that she won't, Kevin, either.
And that's where they're trying to do with you here, Kev, is trying to get anything to blame. I know what she's doing. She's trying to use all this as a pollen campaign to get her off and to get bloody Brian off with his Watson infection. That's what they're going to do. And they're going to use that in the court. They are going to sit there and use that in the court of law, right? They're going to walk in the court, right, when Brian's up on charges, say, look, it's a troll campaign. They're all out together. They're doing this, trying to do that, trying to be a decker-heggy. That's what they are. They are a decker-heggy.
And we're all in a gang.
I don't know, decker.
Well, that's the most stupidest question, phrase that they could say, that we're all in a gang. Let's put it this way, Kev, who did you get targeted by?
Emma.
Yeah.
Who did you get targeted by, Mandy?
Emma. And Jimmy.
Who did I get targeted by? Well, Emma. So that's 3 people that she's targeted. Now, you're not just going to think that, they're all just going to team up and go against Emma because she's targeted these 3 individual people to begin with.
See where we're coming from?
Look, let's get it right. She brought it all on herself.
Yes, she did.
Yeah, she has, yeah.
So,
not warned her a few times, so.
Their own fault.
I've been warned, Kev. I've been warned. Don't come on again. You'll end up in jail. What happened? I ended up in jail. But you can't. It's the accusations that they're bringing out there that are bringing the people onto YouTube for their own clicks of views and for their own TV entertainment.
Yeah.
But you know what, Kev? I'm dead proud of you tonight. You know, you've done really well. So well done.
No,
Massive respect.
Really well.
It's easy, isn't it? You just got to tell the truth.
Correct.
It's easy.
Correct. Well done, Kevin.
Yes, Robs. So you know what it is, when I asked you that question about who got nicked first, it weren't to go at. It was to understand what was there. And if you are watching Paddy Conroy, you can understand this. 2 people are having sexual relationships, always with each other, right? Things could be in people's cars that wouldn't, right? But any connection towards any individuals will get someone questioned or something like that. You should know that with the murders and everything like that. You can't prove everything, Paddy. You know, look, if I think Kev's innocent or anything like that, I think he's a bit fucking dumb. But I really think that you need to go and speak to Emma or have Emma on a line and actually go step by step, because you said you've seen the bill sheet. Now, if you haven't seen the bill sheet, why are you asking the questions? If you have seen the bill sheet, then you know direct what's on there and you don't need to ask her a question. Simple.
And that other prick said he's held it in his hand, and he said he's held it in his hands. Daft bastard.
Held it in his hand.
He's never been
If
over
he's
it.
held it in his hand, he would know what's on it. You would have a little look, wouldn't you, Ken?
He's never, yeah. He's never been over here. I'm another liar.
So what they're doing, I'll tell you what they're doing, the clickbait, and that's all they're doing, trying to be irrelevant. If you really don't speak about them, what have they got to speak about? Fucking
There was 3 people watching live the other morning. It was alive about 7 o'clock in the morning. There was 3 people watching the other morning, and I was one of them.
And I was the other two. You know what?
Watch it in the morning because they'll be on about me in the morning, definitely.
I've got to feel sorry for him, Kev. I've got to feel sorry for him because I think he can't get his shell out. I really think Jimmy can't get his shell out of this situation. I can't forgive him what he said about Mandy or yourself or what he said about me or Axel or anyone else. But I've got to feel sorry for him because he's got to listen to her. No one.
Yes.
Hey?
Oh yeah, and that's a fantasy. That's like sitting with a virgin or something like that. You know, where you're so love struck by someone.
Do you reckon she can tell love to him as well? A picture of a baby.
Must be, because that saggy thing I've seen him with doesn't look very nice.
I don't know any. Do you know any woman that does that? It's just stick in the head because it's totally degrading. I know I'm 55, but I'd never sent mine to anyone because it's mine.
That's a party trick, isn't it? That's a party trick. Huh?
But it's just.
But it's a husband's reputation. That's what I don't get. Why tarnish your husband's reputation with your shady antics? You know what I mean?
Exactly.
It couldn't clarify. If someone's got something to say to me, Mandy, right, on here, I'll go on the panel. I'll go and speak to them. I'm not one to shy away. Why are they so? They just love dragging it on and dragging it on and dragging it on. When people are like, I've got better things to do. You've got better things to do. Kev's got taxis to drive. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's the thing I've never done.
What got better things to do than listen to fucking Emma Cockrell? The fantasy. She thinks she is fucking Elsa or Frozen.
Hey, there's the thing, Ash. I've never drove a taxi in my life. Taxi's right.
That's what I'm saying, Kev. Like, you should be sitting there now, Kev, going, why the fuck should I give a fuck about her? I'm a man, right?
I don't give a fuck. I'm not on bail no more. I'm not on bail no more, so I don't give a fuck.
Alright, but what I'm trying to say is, I'm a man who's taxed the tax man, right? Couldn't give a monkeys. You plead at court. It's just, you proved it out to be a liar. You've had sexual relationship with it and openly admitted it, knowing who the tax man knows. That proves to me you've got absolute bollocks. Because 9 times out of 10 you'd be around the house getting your head smashed in, wouldn't you? But so you know what, Kev? I'll put my fucking thumbs up to you right here. And look, I'll put you up in the top 5 category, the top 5 on here that's got fucking balls.
See, that's there's another thing. Emma thinks if you haven't got a reputation of being hard, you're not hard.
I know.
She's backwards, isn't she?
Yeah, very much so.
Backwards.
But that goes to the question I've been asking for 9 months. Why is she doing it?
She just wants attention, any type of attention, good, bad, indifferent. Any attention is good attention for her. Simple as that.
So it's okay, right? Don't give her attention. Don't give her the she wants. You know what you've done. People on this platforms that I'm streaming this on know what she's done. So why are you giving her the time of day? Don't give her the time of day. Do you know what she is, Kev? She's just a silly little girl who plays silly little games.
Outright.
Who's been caught out so many times.
I thought I'd come on here and prove that she's a liar, but she's never stopped. She'll never stop lying.
Well, Kevin, it doesn't matter, right? Because we believe you, and I'm not.
Yeah.
your explanation tonight was warranted, as far as I'm concerned.
You know what? It made sense. You know what I mean? It weren't like that. It was actually proper for a conversation. And that's why I actually stayed on and not went off. Because the likes of you, Helen, and whoever else did, she's actually trying to tarnish people's name. She actually needs to realise every time she opens her mouth, she's tarnishing her own name. These people ain't fans.
She's tarnished Debbie's name. She's tarnished her name. I mean, she's taught her really, but she.
And whose name is she tarnishing? Her own. Because she wants to be that pretty little princess that no one likes. She's one of them girls that never got picked out for out of school, or she never had sleepovers. She sat at home reading a little book, right, doing a good little thing like she does. Yeah. She's irrelevant. She's very irrelevant, and more people it ain't a cybercrime what happening against you. It's your own actions that have actually got to this stage of actually what you have said, and people have retaliated off what they've said.
Don't do yourself.
To be a good lad.
Don't hold to yourself. I wanted to take it away from that. I said, no need for it. Just come off YouTube. I said, we can go on holidays all over the world, all the time. We'll live in your bungalow.
And that's what I mean. You've got no self-respect for no one. When her husband, at the time her husband's ill, and she wants to fuck off around the world with you. So what would you call that kind of woman that would do that, knowing that she's got an ill husband at home? Now I would feel so fucking sorry for Brian, knowing deep down now, with you saying that, I would have her bags packed at the door and booted her fucking clean out and let her go and sit in that shitty little bungalow that she's got and let her suffer. That's how much Brian Cockrell needs to realise of what her wife done. And don't sit there and think that, hey, she's all this. That's got bollocks there, Brian.
Do you know Bobby? Brian. Does he know what's going on?
No, Bobby doesn't know what's going on. No, I don't think either of them do.
Are you sure? Because she's with Bobby a lot, isn't she?
Yeah, I mean, there was a few times I said to them, does Bobby know? Because sometimes you...
In a minute, Bobby.
You know what I mean? But I don't know. Bobby's just does as he's told. Sit down, Bobby. Stand up, Bobby. Go and clean the dog shit up, Bobby. Take the dogs for a walk, Bobby.
You think he likes
on, Bobby.
You think he likes it?
Nah, I don't know. It's well, I don't know.
I know that's with men don't pick up on things. I don't miss nothing, mate. But I know what you mean. I was just wondering what Bobby's perspective of it was. You know, I know he's autistic, but that doesn't mean that you don't know what's going on.
Well, that's why sometimes I used to think Bobby must know something, because he used to look at me sometimes. Or if I was talking to him outside, he'd come along, you know what I mean? So, well, I don't know.
I reckon he must know, because they say being autistic doesn't mean that your brain doesn't function to the point that you don't know what's being said yet or what's going on around you. Yeah. He's not exactly shy, but with it, is she?
No, but I mean, I used to take probably to get his injections every 2 weeks.
No. I know that was good of you, that, Kev. And you used to take Brian as well, didn't you?
Oh, yeah, I used to take Brian. I remember coming out, every time I used to take Brian, he was perfect. Yeah, I even took him for Asda once, after he'd come out the course. And he was walking around Asda, he was enjoying himself, actually, walking around Asda. Yeah, that's how bad he is.
I don't think he's as bad as what... When I first lost...
No, he's not. He told me himself. He knows how to play the system. He went through some tests at doctors for this.
She told me he had a plegic. So Brian...
Oh, yeah, because he couldn't... He's not very good on his legs. And I don't think he could actually walk once or one time after he had that operation on his back. I think he was bedbound for a couple of years, I think. Literally.
Sorry, I'm back.
I just say, they keep bringing all these different medical conditions up all the time. You know, which
he hasn't got Alzheimer's. I took him to the doctors just round the corner from him once, and he had to get so many points or something. I think he got 13 or something.
He stayed on his life as well. He was doing a medical test.
Yeah, I think
for dementia.
13 out of 20 odd, and he said next time I go, I'll get a few more. I'll put a few more. He said, I know how to play the system. It's to get off this court case. But I said, well, even if you plead guilty, you drop most of the serious charges. I said, well, you get a slap on the wrist anyway.
wow.
Yeah.
Because they dropped
that's where I go with the grassing and with even with the Sayers family and that. I always say that the likes of that they'll grass anyone up to get themselves off anything.
Yeah, well, she's already proven that in the past.
So if she's got a reputation of doing it, then 9 times out of 10 that she's inclined that way.
Yeah.
No, what the day once a grass, always a grass.
Well, Kev, you don't go tonight, love, and I hope it makes you feel.
Well, my 2-hour mark's here Monday, so. So what's the next one? We both know the AI video I done about Emma Cockrell, and they returned the one with Roxanne. Jimmy already admitted that, so that's not bad. Big Kev, when you talk about Ash, are you referring to the YouTube Ash or the real life Ash? As a quick question, do you still swear you never taken gear in your life? Very interesting. Message I sent to me when I was still with Emma. And the message entails what, Kev? And that message entails just a general question. What does that message entail? What else have we got? Big Kev, when you talk about shining around like life evidence, hey? Follow fucking YouTube's trend, then nowhere. I don't know what's going on. No doubt he will alter it. Probably will get an alter. So we did say last night that he would have a proper heart attack over this. Well, last night was quite a good live, to be honest. What we got here? All right. Never been told about Decca yet. It was. Manager was dodgy one night. I told her not to put it out. So you still going to blame Emma and Brian? Or just make another excuse to stand by the dodgy one? Well, it is, that's so a false sounds like Emma. What Emma said to me? Emma Cuckoo sends me the day when you want me to pull it out. I said, do you know what? Let me shoot you. Pull it out. There it's going on. He'll be thinking himself that, oh, fuck, I wanted these too. Until I asked him why he was sending Emma money and shit told him I was fucking her. He said, I don't believe you. He's just a prick on a string. That's heavy, like, I thought last night, like, shit was going down, I can't find the fucking, oh my god, fuck that. You told him straight that you were fucking Emma. So is that why he's got such a hard on for you? Is that the full reason, Kev? Jimmy got a hard on because of you because you told him straight over a message that you've been fucking Emma Cockrell. Yes, no, yeah, oh, fucking hell. That's heavy. That is absolutely heavy. I've never, ever heard anyone like you, Kev, just say it how it is. Yeah, I think so. Oh, bloody hell. That's Rajak, Kev. That is Rajak. Yeah, I've got to give it to you, Kev. You have some bollocks, lad. You have some. Like, you must have a big set of bollocks, lad. I swear it. I swear. With what you're doing, I sat last night and I thought that, like, hello, why have you not got a spanner in this chat? Like, I literally, nothing much. Oh, and I have balls big enough to come in and don't throw. That's what I'm saying, man, Kev. Like, you've got to think, Brian Cockrell's reputation must be nothing. Knowing that he's not well and his friends around him would have went and slapped you for doing bits and bobs with his missus. You know what I mean? Like, that's how simple it is. And then with what you're just telling me there, the only messages between you and Jimmy are the ones, pardon me, are the ones of you telling Jimmy that you've been having sexual intercourse with Emma Cockrell. So, yeah, like, order the big dumper truck now, son. The big balls have gone through. You're just telling them how it is. I'll speak to Jimmy. I'll talk to you. If Jimmy's got questions, Jimmy can come and talk to me. But there's no one else here. There's no Roxanne. Mandy done a fantastic live last night. And as I can, like, be myself, I can go and have a little conversation. But everything's just relaying back to her being a liar, stinking pants on fire. That is all she is, Kev. And I did say to you last night that they will use any tactics, and this is what they do. This is how I've always learnt about this firm, that they will try to silence you with any means whatsoever, and that's what they're trying to do. They are trying to silence you, Kev. So what do you take on that, Kev? What's your thoughts on that? If them trying to silence you, trying to trigger you, and trying to grass on you. Oh, and when he rang her, she told him she was at the hospital, but she wasn't. She was sat next to me in the car. Oh, this is what I'm... They will never, look, Kev, Grace, they will never silence you, bruv. Never. Never, and I'm telling you, ever silence, Kev. Never silence, correct, just don't bite. Oh, I can leave this on now. So, realistically, Kev, like I said to you last night, you don't want to be, how can I put it? You don't want to be dangling them balls on a string by her. You don't. You really don't. Like, like, proved it last night. Like, literally, that live last night proved quite a bit. Like, how can she carry on with herself and still not, admit being with you? Know what I mean? There's no guilt, there's no hide, there's no shame. And if you are watching Baron Cockrell, like, the deceit from your missus, the Christian woman, the belief and she can't do what she's doing. She can't. As the Lord would tell you, a sin's a sin. But are they doing it for the storyline? Are they doing it for books, deals, podcasts, wars, keep it irrelevant? You just don't know. You don't know. It's madness. It's absolute fucking madness. But Jimmy, stop being triggered, lad. It's not a good look, huh? It didn't matter what he put out. It won't change the fact what she is. And what do you reckon she is? What would you class her? What would you class her? Like, give us your description of what you would class Emma Cockrell. You know what I mean? Because I think it would be tomorrow with Dodgy Dave would be the live that you would have to sit there and actually speak with Dave, because Dave knows more. Dave's got respect of the people that she's targeting. Well said. I just thought Jimmy's not worth my time. Jimmy's not worth no one's time. He's not. And thinking about it from last night, could Jimmy be playing a long game against Emma? Could Jimmy be playing the long troll to get fucking vile? Kev? Bloody hell. Could Jimmy be playing the long game? Could Jimmy be sitting scrutinizing tactics, planning, manipulating? Could he be setting Emma up? If he sent the guns, he could be playing a long troll. Now, we all used to play long trolls back in the day and just troll people after a couple of years or something, like, but I was watching Tony Burkett yesterday, and even he said, what was the job what Jimmy was meant to do? Yeah, I think it as well, Mandy. I do think Jimmy will have a fall from Emma Cockrell. I think she's going to put the blame on to Jimmy. Jimmy this, Jimmy that, Jimmy this. Now, looking at the Darkside account that I've always believed had something to do with Jimmy sitting there slagging Jimmy off. Could that be Emma? Could they be sitting there? You just never know. You really don't know. You'll never know. But I reckon it's going to go like this. Paddy's going to fuck Emma off. Then the pair of them are going to target Paddy. Emma's going to get back in with Paddy. And it's going to be a Paul Lettis choice all over again. Why fucking Emma's going to fuck Jimmy off and stay with Paddy. And that's the way that's going to go. But I don't think who's bullshit. Well, I've always thought that was Berea Ralph, to be honest. Darkside, and they're not Emma. I don't think they hate her, but I like Paddy, but her hate her, but like Paddy. Yeah, there's someone on that line. It's not Emma, sorry. Yeah. I've always had a thought, I had an inkling, just with the way that she was for Darkside, collecting Darkside. Like, even hopefully, like, with Maria Howarth, I hope like one day she comes to light and actually thinks, look, fuck, I once had trust in like Dodgy Dave and Tony Burkett, because like going right back, and I mean right back, and Tony Burkett would mention this, and I have brought Tony up this week quite a bit, to be honest, because till I know this court case is over, I can't speak to Tony Burkett on a level, but I've always wanted to ask Tony questions. That's why I've been playing lives. So phone keeps changing Darkside hates Emma, but likes Paddy. Darkside hates Emma, but gets on with Jimmy. Or it's one of them. I said yesterday, they play sympathy on their own accounts, and when they go on to troll accounts, that's where they can full voice their opinions, and that's how you know the chicken shit, because they've got to go onto someone else's account and not admitting it. Like me, I can tell you every account I've got from the start to probably the finish. The ones I've got now on this phone are Apollo, Cumbrian Truth Clips, Cumbrian Truth, and the Chew. But you couldn't get them not coming out and admitting who they are. Now, it's speculation when you're going on about someone with fake accounts, because you never know until you got in, like, proof who they really are. But 9 times out of 10, it's them, because when you set up a fake account, the first person that shares that account is the holder of the account, because that's how they're trying to promote the channel. It's easier. That's easier to know. That's all tactic. This is what it means, man. Like, everyone on this corner is a troll. And troll games and troll how you troll is quite good. I've done all the tricks. That's what I'm saying. Like, you look at Paddy, but like, let's put it this way: Paddy Conroy didn't have an account, and this tube was going on in real life. Would you think Paddy Conroy would go face to face with these people? Because I don't. I just think he's a frail old chicken shit man that sits in his farm and gives it the big one, and wants people to come on his channel to gain traction and clout, when there's other channels out there where you can sit on there and both have a fucking right debate. Just shows you what she is. All the false accounts, altering messages and conversations. And not doing it. No, you just chat shit. StreamYard set this out for you are weird. I'm going to have to try work it out, because I've only got a small screen here. And I don't know what the fuck's going on. Let's have a quick look. I still can't change it, so I don't know if it's coming up. But, like, going back to Jimmy, like, Jimmy's one for waiting years to get his own back. I do think, Jimmy, that you are setting up Emma Cockrell. I really, really do feel like that you're setting up Emma, and Emma's setting up Paddy. So, if we didn't speak about you, I reckon all 3 years would go once again. I reckon that you would go against each other. I really would. I know it's a different day. I know it's different today. I know, because I've woke up, and you know when you just sit in bed and you're just fucking staring at the fucking ceiling. And I'm there. I'm thinking. It's an old. I used to do it in joke quite a lot, and that's come to me. I really think that all of them are setting each other up. I do. I think he's a victim. I think, and to come on it with Jimmy, when you watch Jimmy, when Jimmy loses a battle, he will go so low. I've done it. Everyone's done it. They will go so low. That's why people do that man shout and all this kind of stuff. That's laughable. But when he was speaking about the dead, and I thought that's the lowest you've gone, Jimmy. And I was a bit disheartened about the way he's going and the way he's approaching himself, because he's a clever lad. He can be clever at times, and it does come out with a couple of valid points, but you're not irrelevant in this situation, Jimmy, because you're being a spokesperson. Oh, like a pure vagina. He acts like the biggest. Honest to God, he's like a fairy. He's like a fairy. That's what Jimmy is. He's like a fairy, and he's like, I might as well call him Tinkerbell. We'll call you Tinkerbell from now on, Jimmy, because that Peter Pan that you're back, and the woman that doesn't want to grow up and still thinks that she's 21, he's going to get you into trouble. Now, I will give you something, Jim. As I do. A prick on the screen. Everyone's got their own right to what they believe in. Jimmy. The day that she's gonna fuck you about, you're gonna come out and claim, I knew this, I knew that, I knew this, I knew that. At the end of the day, Jimmy, that's not gonna cut it, lad. It really is. And you can call each other friends and that your pals and that from years ago and this, that and the other. Well, if I had to have a friend like you, I would call it desperation. Okay? You know what I mean? And now, like, with what you said now, Jimmy, we did the likes of Mandy Jameson, right? Now, that was quite disrespectful in the way you had to say, get out, show me the autopsy report. Now, I wouldn't put you to blame, Jimmy. I really, really wouldn't put you to blame. I would put Emma to blame because we all know that she's probably in your ear. And in your ear that she probably is. So, I'm not putting you to blame, Jimmy. I really am. I know that when you, Dickie and Dodgy Dave were all pals and that you were all getting on and something happened and you tried paying Dodgy Dave for something. I've never asked Dodgy Dave, what did Jimmy pay you for? And I've never asked him to this day. What did Jimmy pay you for? I've never asked him. She's the organ grinder. She's the organ grinder, Kev. She is. It's not hard to see, and even the same with Paddy Conroy. As much as Paddy's an absolute fucking tosspot, absolute smelly bastard, even he's gonna know deep down that Emma Cocker is trying to play him, and I reckon that Emma's been sent in there, right, by, I don't know who, probably, as Paddy would say, probably one of the Winter Hill gangs, and probably Seth. And then he's in here now for the full eradication of Paddy Conroy. And I do think that. I think that Emma setting up Paddy, there's going to be a documentary, which I've had to go and post a letter to Paddy's time ago. I left it on the front door. And I said, Paddy, look, there's going to be a documentary about you. When I pulled up in the car and Paddy's taking videos of us and he's having a little whitey. I said to Patrick, look, because I'm not scared. I've been to that farm more times than Paddy even knows. And the documentary, the full operation downfall of Paddy Conroy is known by Emma Cockrell. And she knows that. And Emma, baby, I've always stayed to you. And if you've heard this phrase before, Paddy Conroy, I've said I've not put nothing out yet. I really haven't. Now, I'm going to tell you, Emma Cockrell is setting you up. She's setting you up. And deep down, she's setting Jimmy up too. And then vice versa, Jimmy will set her up. So the way you are all carrying on and producing yourselves, you're basically just going to shit on each other. And I'm just going to sit there and laugh. And I'm going to laugh. And that's what I'm going to do. How all of yous are going to sit there and shit on one another. And at the end of the day, the fact is, I told you so. And Paddy Conroy, I told you about Tony Burkett and Paul Ellis and what was going to happen. And I predicted what was going to happen very long time ago. We're talking about 4 years ago. If you remember me being in Whitehaven, Paddy, and I'd done that video and it got well over 20k views, indicating and saying to you that you yourself, Paddy, were going to get mugged over by Tony Burke and Paul Ellis. Now, I'm telling you this now, that Jimmy and Emma are part of Operation Downfall. Crazy, Jimmy. Innit, Paddy? They're going to sit there and they're going to manipulate your full story into a narrative that you're a wrong one, Paddy, in what you've done with Harry Fullard on the back of the bus and how you predicted what the outcome will be many years later of you getting out for what you've done on the bus. Now, you've also got to think, hey, Paddy, this also, not so long ago, Carol Edwards, Emma Cockrell were both slagging you off on Humble Dryer's panel, calling you a police informer, Paddy. Now, if one of my mates ever called me a police informer, that would be me and them done. Never to be speaking again. I could keep a grudge. I could keep a grudge for many years. But how could you sit there, Paddy, and you feeling the knowledge that you know with the interest that you've seen on YouTube that Emma Cockrell has called you a grass and said that you work for the Metropolitan Police? That's kind of crazy, isn't it? It's mad. Stephen, you need to get them before they get you. I swear, Jimmy, take a look, lad. Take a look. Why have they never invited you on the panel? I think you and Paddy would have, if I had to put a panel together, I would say you and Paddy Conroy would knock the roof off the house. I reckon the big numbers would come, that the numbers between you and Paddy would be like watching EastEnders on a Friday night. You know, the do, and then you've got to wait till Monday morning. But you've also got to see, Jimmy, that Paddy does not respect Emma. Then would rather have a sexual offender on his panel. That's quite crazy, Jimmy. They even let Masters, the ice cream man, on the panel before they let you on. So why aren't they letting you on, Jimmy? Why can't they let you on the panel? That's kind of fucking weird in my eyes, like, man. And see, I've always let you on my panel. Even Axel let you on the panel, but Paddy Conroy doesn't let you on the panel. And how many times have you been on Emma's? Crazy, isn't it? You haven't even been on Emma's panel when Paddy was on there. So that shows the kind of respect that Emma has for you. And I think you probably asked the question, can I come up tonight? Can I come up on the panel, Emma, and speak to Paddy? And then Emma's probably chucked this phrase out to you, Jimmy, that, oh, it's Paddy, man. He gets paranoid when people come on the panel. He loses all train of thought and concentration and what he needs to say. And that's why it's probably Emma and Paddy, and that's why Emma probably falls asleep. But if you and Paddy ever done a live, Jimmy, honest to God, just make sure I've got my sleeping bag, my hot water bottle, and my hot chocolate before I fall asleep. No. So the outcome of it, Jimmy, with yourself is, I think you need to go reevaluate yourself and actually think. Like, take a think. Don't get on the whiskey. Take a day off the whiskey and just sit there. Get a spliff. I tell you what, Jimmy, put the spliff on, put the big telly on in the front room. Right, play, I don't know, 5 or 6 of my lives, or some of my videos would be facing on my job, and actually realising what I'm saying, Jimmy. I'm not the best educated man in the world, but I can't spot bullshit, and that's from the grafting days, because you have to do that, Jimmy. You have to spot bullshit if someone's trying to rip you off or anything. So, you know what I mean? I'm not the educated. I'm not the well-educated lad. I can't read and I can't spell. I'll openly admit that, Jimmy. But I know when someone's getting played, and I reckon you're getting played. What do you reckon, people in the chat tonight? I'm only hooked up to one channel to do it. I'm only hooked up to the one. So, and like, you've also got to think, Jimmy, with like all these threats that you've chucked towards like Sharon and Headbutt Liz, like this group violence that you're getting yourself into. Like, I know that she needs backup, and I know she needs a bit of help, and I know she needs a bit of moral support every now and then. That's what Kev did. But look where that ended up. So if you're going to sit there and back it up and make yourself look a bit more like a dickhead. Because look at Jimmy, you and like, I used to have a right little giggle when you were knocking about with the likes of Babs and Chris the Brick and Banter. And then you just went weird. Went pure weird all of a sudden. That's what I'm saying. I reckon, Jimmy, you actually need, and this ain't being a dick, you need to have a look, lad. That's why we don't bother with you, Jimmy, and the likes of Humboldt Dryer calls you Joe Biden, because we don't want you getting extradited back to the UK for the first time in 20 years, and facing what you would face over there, because the cyber crimes and that in Thailand, and especially in the small villages, would class you as probably a terrorist over there, to be honest. I'll be interested in how his wife feels about Jimmy spending hours and hours obsessing over rubber lips online. It's weird from both sides as well, Dr. Kim. It is weird from both sides. He acts like a victim. He does act like a victim. We'll come back to that one Monday. But with you, Dr. Kim, here, your question here, how can someone's husband let someone speak to another man for numerous hours on the telephone when you're meant to be loving and caring for your loved one? On Jimmy's hand, well, his wife probably can't speak English, so fucking up to him, but he acts like a victim. He does act like a victim. Now, when you can give it, you can't take it. People can't take it. When you can chuck so much out and then people come back with facts, fiction, proof and truths and all sorts, they don't like it and they come out and play victim. It's all playground techniques. My dad's bigger than your dad. Oh, I'm getting bullied. Oh, because I've been found out to be a bully. That's all she is. She's a bully. She is a bully. What about the money he sends her as well? But we can't. That's not. We can't prove that because Jimmy would never ever come out and say that. That's Jimmy. You would need Jimmy to come out and speak openly and honestly about that, and that's only Jimmy that can do that for himself. Why would you buy someone a start and you go? Now I don't know. Well, we did see the video with the balls, and we know that she's a good runner. So she could be taken up cross country. I don't know. She could be the next Olympic Christie or Paula Radcliffe. I don't know. I don't know what she wants to be. It's mad. It's mad. It's mad. It's one of them where if there was drugs in the house, and I'm not saying there is, I'll put allegedly. Yes, disclosure, how we doing, brother? If there was drugs in the house, and if there was a quantity of drugs, now that's a lot of money. 50 G is a lot of money. So, would you need protective? Did you need a man in your house like Kev to protect your drugs? There's plenty of questions you could ask around that. There is plenty of questions you could ask around that. Kev, did the pistol look like a gun? Yes, you can only go on what she said. That's 1,000,000%. You can only go on what she said. Fact. You can only go on what she said, and that's when I looked at Paddy the other night, and I'm like, look, why are you asking these questions? What are you asking these questions for? You apparently seen this paperwork. You want to see what's on this bill sheet. You said and stated by the Conroy that you've seen the bill sheet. Now you're going to look like a right fucking liar if this is made up to be bullshit. So I'll ask you again, Paddy Conroy. Have you or have you not, for the start of your next ride, seen that bill sheet? Because you're going to look like a right sausage if you haven't. You know what I mean? You're going to look like the right thing. But I don't believe the pistol was for the dogs because it's in her bungalow. And why would she feel the need to give it to Paddy Conroy. That's why I'm saying she's setting him up. She knows he's on a fire alarm, man. Yeah, yeah, had a mag where the bullets went. But it isn't a starting pistol like a Colt 45, that shape and model. I'm sure a starting pistol had that, so why would it have a mag? Blanks go in the barrel. So I don't know. Even like I think she was going to use it for protection. Blagging it was a real gun, and I do believe that. See, when you look a starting pistol, and now I went on YouTube what a starting pistol does now. Starting pistol lets smoke off. That gun outside her house when she said her house was getting shot up was the same make of a starting pistol. Or a 9mm. I didn't think a fucking 9mm would be in a thing, wouldn't it? But look at the house. Look at when were you giving it big and Kev? You know when house got fucking shot up? Were you still giving her big in there? Pointing at someone would do the same thing as I really want to make someone shit themselves. Fact. Yes, she was. What do you mean, yes, she was? Oh, for the gun being high. So would you say she was using that firearm to protect herself? Could she be using that as a defense mechanism for any repercussion, or could she intimidate anyone from the repercussions of what she's been saying online? And I still saw the video what she deleted, What do you mean? Video what she deleted. When I come on, Kev, we'll have a crack. 5-10 minutes. I've got 15 minutes at the top. Keeping my mornings under an hour. And my night ones for 2 hours. I don't know if my fucking screen yards. Anyone heard of Sharon? Is she alright? I need to drop her a message this morning. I got too fucking stoned last night and fell asleep. That's what I mean. I was just saying, chilling man this morning during last night, man, and fucking listening to the live, man. But how can I put it? At the end of the day, Kev, I think it's deep down, bro. After you show your evidence on what you've done, or any phone evidence or whatever you want to show, and you get your phones back, that after that you can walk away. After that you don't need to go to Debbie. After that you don't need to go to Emma. Any of that there, it's for you to walk away and take as a learning curve that you can't trust women like that. And I do it, Kev. Honest to God, tell a woman to put her hand in her pocket first. That's how you know you're onto the winner, lad. When a lassie ain't asked about how much money you've got or how much you're gonna make or anything like that, when you put a lass like that who can actually understand for you who you are instead of what they're pretending out to be just because you got a bit of money in the bank. It's mad. There was a second video what she put out. It deleted after 20 minutes. It was her. It was her throwing the gun out the window. Firing the gun out the window. So she had full range of that. Yeah, Kev, don't say no more, lad. Don't say no more on the matter, lad. Don't say no more on that matter. Don't. Because, I tell you what, Kev, after what she said and what she's done, she still hasn't got the bottle to come and speak to any of us and put her side of the story out there. We fell out over that as well. Wow, so she's acting like a big spoiled baby. Ungrateful, like. So Jimmy buys her a gun and then a gun and a crossbow, and she takes it, fires it. I'm gonna have a little play with it. She could have hurt someone. She could have scared someone, putting shots like that out of a window. She's got no hope in hell. She really hasn't. And like, I forgot to take the name off the top last night, but I thought, look, it doesn't even really matter. But yeah, let's go through the messages from last night with what I was showing. Yeah, I can't believe that. But as well, but your mum rang me last week and I didn't know the number. So I text back saying, who's this? But she never answered. Anyway, she rang the other day while with Emma, knowing I'm not supposed to talk to either of them, and asked me to ring her back. I know Emma is using her to try and set me up, probably with drugs to take the rap for her. She thinks she's a gangster, ain't gangster around here, Yes, Sam. Hope you're well. I don't know who you are, but nice to see you in. I checked the bullet that none had but been spent, so I had to leave it. I checked the bullets. So there was bullets in the gun, so it's not a firearm, is it? It's not a starting pistol if it's got bullets in. Or is it a starting pistol that's been altered towards a gun? Something weird. Do you think there's any chance them drugs was planted? Had it not been for her pistol next to them, I couldn't, but it's obvious. Yeah, I do. I classed as a firearm. Is that? Do you think there's any chance them drugs were planted? No, I don't. Now, I've stated two things. Damage to the door, she would have went back and proved it, wouldn't she? Look, the house has been busted, door's been took clean up. There would have been more mess than a fucking bag of rubbish. She would have showed the state the house being turned over. So that still doesn't make sense. She doesn't know what conspiracy she's on. Still doesn't know make sense, because it will be conspiracy to supply. And it would also indicate that she could show a bill sheet, and she can't show a bill sheet. There's been an involvement with a gun. Kev's openly admitted it. So why can't you show drugs? What can YouTube? What could people on YouTube expect to do about you being on a gun charge? I don't think YouTube could jeopardize a case of you being on a drugs charge. I don't see people doing it. So what I'm trying to say to you, Emmett, is that what you're doing is, and this is how you're doing it, you're not speaking about the drugs charge because you want to try to plant it on one of us on YouTube for your mishaps and what you do, right? Which ain't the case. You would have proved that the door's been smashed in. You would have been proved that the house had been turned over. You would prove that you got bill sheets. You said you had CCTV footage, right? You walked into that property knowing that you know that there was a pistol in there. Like, you're not the world's best criminal, love, are you? You ain't the world's best criminal. You're fucking dumb, to be honest. Oh, I've been around it years. I said, oh, hello. I see you. Kev, you said she has whiz on the morning snorting. You sure it wasn't cold, Clark? Are you sure it's not sniff? You're so adamant there's no drugs in that house, and others are believing that there was drugs in that house. So if you don't know there was drugs in that house, the dogs have went in. Obviously, the dogs are going to go in. The dogs are going to go in. And they've sniffed out drugs, so what makes sure she hasn't planted the drugs in the house herself? Kept it on stash for someone, taking a bit of Percy every now and then, back to Brian's, left them in there, knowing that you go around there and you'll be the easier one to blame. But Kev, you had spoke to her for 3 weeks. She could have put it in there, then as police found a small stash in the cupboard, she could have stashed it there. She could have. Didn't they find a crack pipe in the kettle? Did they find the crack pipe in the kettle, Kev? She has been a wizard for over 20 years. How can you be a wizard and have a fucking face like this? Like, that's not a wizard. That's a fathead. I think of that. That's not a wizard. That's a wizard. Bad stuff Wiz don't really hit the spot for coke as a lot. That's why Wiz addicts inject this paste. Paste stuff, not powdered. When I sold it years ago, proper brain, proper pink brain from the pool, like. Fucking, I stunk. I remember bagging up, what was it, half a key, going back, 9 years ago, 10 years, no, I would say it would be about 10 years ago. And I'm sitting in my ex's mother's back fucking kitchen. Therefore, went out for a night out, so I was just on my own with my bird sister. Fucking stank the house, I mean, it stunk. I sent her to the shop and met her by 100 bars worth of fucking cleaning stuff. That's how much that stinks. Honestly, she hasn't been honest here. Honestly, what a dirty bastard. Thinks she puts it on her tongue. Aye, she will eat. I'll tell you what she'll do. She'll put it in the freezer. That's what I've seen plenty of wizards do. Put them in the freezer and put them like little sweets and just stuck on them. You couldn't have picked a worse photo. Well, what did it do? But it's right. Like I said to Mandy also last night in to Kev, that when they say that, like, we're all in a gang and, like, me, Dodgy Dave, Mandy, Sharon, Roxanne, Axel, who else is there? Ice Queen, fucking hell. And the rest, they're all in a gang. When you've also got to think of it this way, that people's been targeted individual by these people. And if people are in a gang and they are speaking, that's because of you lot targeting us. Freezer, right? Stick it in the freezer, that's what they do. That's what they do to keep it fresh, stick it in the freezer. Fucking hell, man, I had a full freezer just for fucking whiz back in the day. But I don't do that. No, I can't be asked fucking selling drugs. It does me head in. I think of that. Poor bastard in here. Let's have a little flick through memory lane. So we got Brian Cockrell. Who took that photo, Kev? Let's have a little recap. Who took that photo? Because all my pictures have got a story, and all my questions, it's got a question as well. All my pictures have got a question. So we'll start with this. Who took the picture, Kev? Emma. Right, next one. Tell me about her, Kev. Who is she, and what involvement has she got with Emma? Is she your ex-lover? Is she Emma's lesbian partner? What's the gist with this woman on the screen? She's a pedo, like. How is she a pedo, Kev? What did she do? Oh, is this the woman with the taxi driver? Yes, she took the taxi driver's car. Right, can we have one word to describe this man? Yeah, my ex-Debbie. She's your ex-Debbie. Can we have one word to describe this man, Jimmy G&E? One word? One word. I'm just looking for one word. One word. How can we describe this man? Child abuser. Oh, Mandy. One word to describe this woman. Emma Cockrell. Fiddler. Fucking hell, Dr. Kim, that's a bit harsh to talk about her like that, isn't it? Fucking hell. Dog. Oh, this is a good game, this. Good game, it. No more. Right, next one. Oh, what we got? No, oh, not her, Jimmy. Oh, yeah. I thought I'd come through when I put that picture. What do you reckon about the relationship between Steve Wraith and Brian Cockrell, knowing that Steve Wraith once managed Brian Cockrell's affairs, all his records and everything? I reckon Emma Cockrell desecrated that relationship. One word between them. She needs a good wash. She looks minging. Like, look at the state of it. Hey, what's Little Mermaid? What do they call the fucking... What do they call the bad woman on fucking... Is it Ursula? What's the bad woman of Little Mermaid called? She looks a fucking double. Under the sea. Like, look at this photo here as well. Look at this photo here. Whose arm is around who? Whose arm is around who? Paddy Conroy's arm is around Tony Burkett, no, mate. Isn't as alleged three-time greatest, which I still don't believe is right. And I'll say that to the fucking danging day. I still don't believe Tony is up to sin. What we got here? Deborah. Is that your ex? Is that your ex? I was convicted of jumping a taxi and suddenly I touched the taxi driver inappropriately. I was given a 6-month suspended sentence. I was given a 6-month sentence. I was out after 1 month, all charged. Wow, grass. Your ex, yeah? Wow. Right, what happened on this bus, Paddy? I bet it's been over a month now and you still not have said what has happened on this bus. No, you do get really, like, comments like this. No, that's not it. Is that it? Yeah, there. Hell wait for animals who abuse innocent children. So what did you do on this bus, Paddy? What did you do on this bus? She's on register for 10 years. Ooh, beast. Well, they've all got to have one. Paddy's got Shadow. Emma's got Debbie. Cushy. She touched the taxi driver's cock. Car park, Kev. You don't have to pick 'em, mate. Oh, look at her. Kev's had the pair of them. Gemma Collins and Rush. Terrible, innit? What we got here? Those paperworks, do we want to see first? Emma's over drugs or Humble over child rape? A sentenced child abuse, satanic child abuse, whose matter needs cleared up first. Which is the more serious and needs discussed to social media? Emma's or Humble's liars, who's had their suppers paid for by Humble to hassle the stick and unwell and their careers, I asked. Paddy, go and ask him. Where did the money go off that, Paddy? Where did the money go off the donation? What did you donate to? What charities did you donate to? Where did the money go to? Poor Harry Fullard. Poor Harry.
Fucking videos, do whatever the fuck you like. Yeah, so what? I bashed Mike's missus. But I'm gonna bash the next man. Worse than I've done her. A lot worse.
Jimmy. As a Robert, are you saying that you've just admitted that you've hit a few of your ex-girlfriends, correct, yeah? That's right.
Yeah, so what? I bashed Mike's missus.
You've just admitted that
Yes. So what? I bashed Mike's missus. But I'm gonna bash the next man. Worse than I've done her.
So we can listen again.
I think Rhonda. I think there's a little bit more to meet to Rhonda. I think it just seems that, I don't know, it seems she's had some of them recordings for ages, and she knew all about the different things, and it's straight away any normal person that else would do. And it's like when Brian had when she came on the thingy, Brian said, "Yeah, didn't you notice when he did certain things and all that?" She went, "Oh no, that's like normal." I don't know. She seemed more like I don't know. I just think there's just more to her than meets the eye. Why would she have be friends with someone that long? Know what she knew and had them recordings, things like that, and then still like, I don't know, still go see him, stuff like that, and then like different things when she said they weren't in a relationship, and she said, oh yeah, they weren't, and when he slept with her, he strangled her and different things. And I was thinking like, oh, this is getting like, it's getting like not quite right. It's definitely, she seemed more like a bit, I don't know, more like a disgruntled.
Well, I had to cut that. I had to cut that because it was a bit.
Yeah.
Like,
He didn't get involved in the interview like he tried to claim. Fucking liar or something.
Yeah. I think he says after the investigations, because it's been a couple of weeks now since I was supposed to go in, I said I just have a ciggy. And I've only just found out this evening that I was no longer needed to go in.
If they're not charging you, you offend you, you know what I mean? I don't know how the score, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
But what I don't know is this has something to do with her humbles. It's too serious an offence. So it's got to come out and wash who said what and when.
Yeah.
But he's definitely involved somewhere. But if he has been arrested, what's he been arrested for? To make him
exactly.
where they're going to make him tell the cops all the guns in Emma's.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean?
I know.
And then the one looking for drugs on the one, they were just looking for the gun, weren't they?
Uh-huh. Yeah. That's right.
So, he's also saying he gave the keys back for the bungalow 3 weeks before it got raided. Is that right?
That's Helen. I'd asked Helen to drop the keys off at my friend's Kerry's. That's Helen. That was somebody totally different than him. Yeah, so...
But I'm sure he says he gave you his key back 3 weeks before you got raided, not a week, 3 weeks. That's when he gave you the keys back, I think he says. But,
I'm a bit limited on...
You could have had a key anyway.
I'm limited on what I can say, but it'll all come out in a while. And I think I've told you pretty much a lot of things, and I have total faith that if justice is done, I'll be all right.
Yeah. Somebody's got to get...
1,000,000%. All I can say is 1,000,000% I have.
They'll be checking everybody's phones for locations, and that's all going on between you and him, I would say. As part of investigations before you got back.
Yeah, all I can say is 1,000,000%. There's no way in the world I'm going to take myself to a place and be going like that to people to come out and arrest me if I thought for 1 minute there was going to be other things in there.
And in the opposite direction, obviously.
Yeah, so I had no idea.
Listen, that's all the cops have got. They've just got a Joe. They've raided it for the gun. Whatever home brought out of boots. They've raided for the gun, the fun fucking drugs. Joe, it's in your name. And you've got to explain. You've got to, you know what I mean? Or plead guilty. So,
Definitely not guilty all the way. Even if any type of thing was offered to me where if you plead guilty to this or whatever, 1,000,000% I'm not pleading guilty to something that,
kind of situation.
Yeah, I know.
As far as the cops is concerned, they've raided Joe's for the gun, and they've come with drugs.
I would love to come out with a lot of things, but
in your name.
Yeah.
That's just
but at the moment, I'm very, very limited on what I can speak about, even though other people have been speaking freely about it, and I'm very limited, and I'm going to leave it in the hands of the police, who I hope see and do the right thing. But
that's what
I do believe
now. They'll be checking your phone data and see where because they track you and everything through your phone now. Now where you pay.
I do believe that there's more. There's more.
They say who was using that fucking who will be, you know, and when they were using it. Through your phone.
There's more to it than meets the eye, and when I can speak, I'll speak on it. But at the moment, I'm not going to jeopardise myself in any way by talking too much about it. I don't even want to talk or mention it, a certain person's name, because I've got other issues going on. And that's all I can really say on it at the moment. But please believe me, and this is to all the people who've stood by me and everything. I'm still saying the same thing. I had no idea them things were in my house and them things weren't mine, and that's that. But I'll prove that to you.
I wanted to give you the song for some.
Yeah, I'll prove that to you as this goes along and unfolds. And like Paddy said, I was willing to do any lie detector. I am still willing to do any lie detector to say that them drugs weren't mine, and them drugs I had no idea were in my property.
Enough said for my money.
Yeah.
It's just whose drugs were there and who's sent the cops there in the first place. Now, do you know what I mean? Who sent the cops there must have knew the drugs was there.
Yeah. Yeah.
I reckon he's had a key.
Yeah.
Probably give Red Light Roxy a fucking copy of the key for Humbles, something like that.
There was no key given back to me at 3 weeks prior. Right. So I'll be able to speak more about it when I can. Right. So I'll be able to speak about it more, obviously, when I can. But at the moment, I'm still pretty restricted on what I can say.
Yeah.
Only for the next few weeks.
Because you're down with the charges.
Yeah, and I'm not going to be like an idiot like them and be sat talking about it every day, changing stories, this, that, and the other.
Let me ask you a question. If you knew there were 2 kilos inside your house, would you walk into a copper shop and hand yourself in? If you knew there were 2 kilos inside your house, would you walk into a copper shop and hand yourself in?
2 kilos now. It was only 1. Kilos now. It was only 1.
Has it 2 kilos now? Wow, it's gone from 1 to 2. Yeah. I'm just going to let it play out properly. And that's that. Yeah, it'll be all right.
A long route. Who's been behind it all, though, you know, because there's more than just one involved. Yeah, this is this lot. They've used him.
Yeah.
Then threw him to the wolves. Known. He's had to drop you in it then.
Yeah.
I reckon it'll come though.
Yeah. It'll all come out.
What I do now is, she Red Light Roxy. She says, you behind that picture. Same. All over social media. She got to the police station. I should tell the police. Same. Just to get to the police station.
Yeah.
And if she has,
Yeah.
she's got to be proven a liar.
Yeah.
Because she uploaded that video on our own channel. Before she deleted it. So
Yeah.
YouTube, even though it's deleted, YouTube keep all the videos, especially in our court cases and that.
Yeah.
So she's going to be found to be a liar, aren't she?
Oh, 1,000,000%. 1,000,000%.
Because she must have to go back, I would imagine, unless they just took our word for it. And for right, will investigate Emma for AI in it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think there was AIs done of. I think the AIs were done of myself, wasn't it? Well before.
Yeah, that's right. Just gone through the facts, so.
Yeah.
Well, she tell the police station. She tell them the same. You've AI'd it. That's why she'd be locked up for that video on YouTube.
Hey.
That's the only way she could get up.
It's insanity.
Like, then they would have to check to see if you had AI'd it.
Yeah.
That's probably why they've tell you
I
they
think
don't need to see you anymore. That's probably why they've tell you they don't need to see you. Because the fucking check in the front of cheese fucking uploaded the video.
And you know what? It was when I heard what was getting said, when that video came out of police arresting someone and stuff, I just thought, wow, that's absolutely insanity. Do you know what I mean? Like, she was pushing it like as if I'd made AI with Jimmy and Jimmy was getting the blame. And I'm thinking that he is like absolutely mental. I'm 52-year-old. I've got more things to do.
How can you say that even publicly when you've been arrested over it? And so that's what you must have been saying to the police once you to get to the police station. Hey, that's fake. That's being applied by Emma Cockle.
That's crazy, isn't it?
She would have to, wouldn't she? To get out of a prison license altogether.
Yeah.
They would have to check, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
The cops haven't got the facilities to check there that day, either. So they would just give you a bail.
Yeah.
And investigate it.
Yeah.
And notify you who want to see you.
Yeah.
Possible.
And it seems very convenient that apparently, I think Cumberland Sausage had come out with around the 25th, he'd said, on one of his lives. Then you had Humble Liar coming out with how did Emma know the date, because the idiots had already come out with some kind of date. And then they were saying a couple of weeks earlier, blah, blah, blah. It seems mad that was kept until the deleted live where somebody messed right up on the live. And then as soon as I released that letter, it seemed that video was released, and I think it was like some kind of deflection, smoke screen on what had really gone on there. You know what I mean?
All the time with this lot. Every time we get call lying.
Yeah.
Fucking they've been call lying between them a million times, all of them.
Yeah.
A little firm of them, always. He uses them on jobs. He's doing in Humbles, I tell you, he's working for the fucking cops and the masons. And he's doing it with his trolling. Keeps little trolling things going, man, because he's got his little crew together. And whenever he needs backup, when he's doing an intelligence job, butting in on somebody, like the Freakers, he's got his little crew there straight away to back him up. Which is what you see, It's because they all sing from his song sheet, doesn't it?
Yeah. It's like, I suppose, if you get pulled up for something, I always thought that whoever they've been trying to push out that I've turned super grass or something like that. People have just been telling me that know me and laughing, and been saying I've been doing this, that, and the other. But it'll all come out in a wash, and I'll make it very, very public, all of it as it unfolds. But I think if I was tended to be that way, it just goes to prove there's only one person that is on the bail sheets. There's only one person who is still on bail for the situation. Now, if that thing what's been NFA'd for a certain person was in my property, and it was possession of a starting pistol or possession of a firearm, whatever it was,
The firearm, you asked me if I wanted it, didn't you? The sergeant whistle.
Yeah.
The police. Same.
Well, surely that would have had to have been, the arrest would have had to have been where that thing was. And there was nobody else's name on the other thing. So it just all stinks to me, but I do believe that the truth will come out at the end of the day, and I don't know, just a bit mad, all of it. I'm still can't fathom it all out myself.
He'll have told them everything. When he took that gun around there for you,
yeah.
He'll have reported back through her to Humbles that you've got a gun run that bungalow. That's happened for sure.
But there's a whole story behind that one as well, but I've got the proof of that I wasn't in anybody's car taking anything to anywhere. So I'll just have to leave that part of my investigation. But what I'm telling you all is I'm telling you the truth. And I'm not going to be running away off any channels or shutting any channels down, and I will be trying to give you as much information. The ones that have all stuck by me, like you have, I will obviously let you know as much as I can when I can, and we'll follow what happens from here. But those that have stuck by me, thank you. And as I say, if there was anybody here right now that could do a lie detector test, and he asked me if I'd ever seen these drugs or been around them, I would get asked them questions. I have no idea. I've never seen them, didn't see what they look like. Couldn't even tell you whereabouts exactly they were found in the place. So I just have to wait, won't we?
Yeah.
2 kilos inside your house. Would you walk into a copper shop and hand yourself in?
2 kilos now. It was only one.
Is it 2 kilos now? Wow, it's gone from 1 to 2.
You fucking idiot.
It's gone from 1 kilo to 2 kilo. You're really doing your part justice. From 1 kilo, from 1 kilo.